So, a civil society organization don't send a petition to UK and US embassies. Sake of waiting, say a dog people not like P2B and say that they threaten P2B life. That one day for corner. As if that is not enough, people don't they carry out for news. They talk say, P2B no they qualified though. You know they qualified to run under ADC. Now people come they talk say, who they carry that matter because now fake news with that now. This story then don't fool everywhere. We don't they go around. You see, I'm even leadership newspaper carry 'em and all that. But this is actually missing they misplace the concept of waiting the constitution of the ADC right. And that part of waiting the BC we won't break down here because different people don't carry on for inside to read as it take be multiple reports don't carry on. Say to be the constitution of ADC disqualify them, go fit contest. That one not be so it take be. And we dare here to bring on the facts, the better news and the truth about the news as it take be. Then we move on to other issues them as it get to do with the P2B and the Labour Party. Labour crisis. Baba Ahmed in attendance as Abure faction holds neck meeting. People then they say, hey, that's it. Waiting you go they find for Abure faction meeting. Waiting you go they find there, that's it. Oh God, that's it. Waiting you they go they find there. And guess what? Even the Abure team said they don't come more body for where people be. They come more body for where it be say Alex Oti. They can't embrace that Baba Ahmed. Say now you, now we know us to recognize you and we thank you. But let's move on to other issues very quickly. We hate Peter Obi when people like him. We hate Peter Obi when people like him visited Edo residents. Edo residents died. APC chairman and they talk. Say they hate that. Say when he visit, say people for inside Edo State die. Say now waiting make them no want them. Yeah? Are you serious? Are you very serious? Okay. Peter Obi is already planning to leave ADC. That now. Maybe Kachiku, they talk that one. A couple of slams Obi as Edo movement ban ignites backlash. That one safe day for corner. Meanwhile, NLC don't they scream or they shout or say federal government, governors, they crush decent voices, stealing workers' sweat. Say now waiting then they do be that. Nigeria on brink of tyranny. NLC raises alarm over shrinking democracy. That na part of waiting they happen. Meanwhile, she get to do with Natasha Koto and Akpabio matter. Kogi, scores of APC members defect to PDP in support of Natasha as the showdown go happen tomorrow if she go indeed truly resume tomorrow. Even self, Aisha Yusuf don't talk, say, as he get to do with Natasha case, say Senate should kill all of us if they want, because say all of them, now go resume together tomorrow. May they see how they go use kill all of them. Then the National Assembly showdown tomorrow. Senate don't draw the battle line over Natasha's return. They matter, it get us be. If you like say it go long, well. As they talk to you, sure, others don't shun warnings. Con lead retired police officers to protest for inside Abuja, and IGP don't meet protesting retired officers over pension demands. Matter day, Ganduje's health, family, CSOs make clarifications. And then Nigerians spent over 3.6 billion naira annually on foreign healthcare under former President Muhammadu Buhari. Meanwhile, they spend that money, so the Aya Beloton don't reach now, say make it travel, say, well, after marrying a new wife, when you marry a fourth wife, sometimes you need to go and check your health to be sure that, your body is, kajad to take care of the fourth wife. Nah, cops don't tell and say, no, you no go travel. You no go travel. Why? They don't even pay attention to his health and the fitness of his body, especially to the new wife. Oh, other matter where they grab. According to this exclusive by People's Gazette, Nigerian Army General Akere Jola's family don't accuse him of looting soldiers' budgets to run private firms, buy $1 million US property. Hey, all right, my people. Now the matter then when be say we get for inside ground with this. Joining us for inside the studio. They wait for my guests. Initially, my guests been don't get a bit of problem and challenge joining us for inside the studio, but I try see whether Ingo fit reconnect to join us for inside the studio very very quickly so that we will begin the conversation as sharp as possible. Oh, Dr. Amobi, where you do? And I bring on a cha-cha guest today. Be like say network, not let our guest come join us for inside this conversation at all. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's see if he has joined us. Let's see if he has joined us. Okay, let's see. I think that's him. I think that's him. Yes. So joining us in the studio, Namazi Amobi Ihegboro. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear us? Hello.
No.
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
Glory.
Can you hear us, please? Can you hear us,
Not
please? Oh
too
my
clearly.
goodness. I just hope this network will let us. Oh dear. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. If you can manage to hear us, we could just at least proceed with the conversation. Can I proceed? Ah,
I can you. I will respond.
so you know what would happen there? I'll try and call you on WhatsApp on another line. Perhaps you hear me via that line WhatsApp. Then while you respond with this other while you respond here. Anyhow, way it be our village people must let us make we do this matter. I don't understand why we have to face this issue today. It's really very unfortunate that we have to go through this. Sincere apologies, please, to everyone. So, for this, we do hope to clarify this as fast as possible so that we can, get started. Please, please forgive us. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait. I can't wait because the matter they too plenty for grant. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. So let's just see if we can start the conversation. Hello, sir. Can you hear us now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that.
Oh dear. Goodness. What was happening? At my village people. Why you tell them say they can't join me today now? Hell.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. I don't understand what's going on. But let me, in case you can still join, it can still be on the other end while you hear me here and then you respond from the other end. All right. So going on very quickly, I'm sure you heard reports that have been making the round that people. Sorry?
The network is bad, really. It's very bad. I cannot hear you clearly.
You you still can't hear me here clearly.
Yeah, initially it was clear, but as you proceeded,
Ha. Okay, let me do a direct call then. Let me do a direct call. Wow, this matter serious. So, village people, why not they do like this now? Why wanna choose to do like this? Eh? This is not fair at all. Ah, all right. Sincere apologies, please. Okay, so for those of you wondering why I was delaying a little bit, this is the major reason. Uh, sorry. Sorry, sincere apologies. Okay. All right. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Is it better?
yeah, it's better. I can
Hey,
hear you.
now wow, this is so bad. But please still be on the other end. Let's see if we can have you respond from the other end so that the people can hear you better. All right, I'm sure you would have heard you could don't hear report to be in the make round earlier today. Or in fact, since day before yesterday, talk say P2B no they qualified by the constitution of the ADC to contest for presidency under the ADC. A different body, then different newspapers, them don't carry that matter. I don't know whether you hear them. Now, according to the report, then talk say the African Democratic Congress ADC's constitution has ruled out the former Labour Party presidential candidate P2B from contesting under the party's platform. Now, this came as the party's constitution disqualified individuals affiliated with other political parties from seeking the party's top ticket. Obi, who has openly identified with the ADC coalition and declared his intention to contest the presidency in 2027, is yet to resign his membership of the Labour Party. Meanwhile, the prospects of I think Atiku Abubakar and Chibuka Amechi is a bit higher because they both left their parties right now to join the ADC. Now, according to the ADC's third schedule, third scheduled guidelines for the conduct of primaries, only registered card-carrying members of the party who are not affiliated with any other political party are eligible to seek nomination for political office. Now, the clause appears to pose a significant hurdle that reports writes rather, who is to Peter Obi rather, who is currently the leader of the Labour Party, um, and has not formally declared any switch from Labour Party to the ADC. So, on the other hand, politicians like Atuka Abubakar Chibike Amechi and the rest of them have resigned. They've left the party. Now, even though the report has it that when contacted, the Labour Party's spokesperson, I mean, P2B spokesperson, Yunus Atanko, said that when Obi decides to resign, he would make his intention known. However, going by the reports, it just shows that I think a section of the constitution of the ADC states that for anybody to contest primaries in ADC, the person has to be a card carrying member of the party. And must not have an allegiance with any other political party. So far, Obi is still a card carrying member of Labour Party. He hasn't resigned from Labour Party yet. But if he resigns from Labour Party today and decides to join ADC tomorrow, he will become eligible to contest. And that's what an organization has just put up and said, no, that story is fake because if he resigns and joins ADC, he will be qualified. I mean, there's still time, almost over 1 year before primaries, right? So he still has time. But I'd like you to react to that, this and what people are saying. Then before we go to why P2B and Erofai is yet to resign from the party, from their parties, or join ADC rather.
All right. Thank you very much, Precious.
Mm-hmm.
This is politics or politics, like we usually say. The publicity secretary of ADC, the interim publicity secretary applied, also clarified this issue sufficiently.
Mm-hmm.
He said that P2B has an election to run in Anambra State. There's a candidate of LP whom it is very obvious will lean on P2B's integrity for that election. For M5, there is also, INEC is organizing by-elections.
Yes.
There's also that of representative seat where M5's associate is also running under the banner of SDP. So they were given leave. They were to still remain where they are till those elections are done with. That was the explanation given by the publicity secretary of ADC.
Okay.
So very erroneous for some people to begin to peddle rumors that he has been disqualified and all that. But politicians, they say one thing in the morning and in the afternoon they say another thing. But as now, that is the true position. The L5 and P2B were given leave for them to prosecute those elections that are coming up very, very soon. As soon as they are done with it, they will now come back to it.
I was actually going to get to that report specifically. We talk say waiting make Erofai and ADC and P2B never joined ADC yet. Now because of this reason, but it good as he help us clear them. But this kind of rumor now people don't they look onto another way. Say it did the part of the youth movements for inside ADC. We've been come out last week give P2B ultimatum say making no resign. Sorry, making no leave ADC. Even though say never joined the party yet. Say if he leave ADC, he go don't commit political suicide. So people now they look and say this kind of fake news now when they come out, or this misinterpreted news when they come out now say Obino they qualified to run for presidency for ADC. Saying that just the handiwork of people we won't make sure say they rubbish am to make and look like say he no gets any other hope, to use run for 2027 election. Do you think that same way?
As far as Nigeria is constituted presently, Obi is a choice candidate. He's a man to beat in this election. Little wonder why a lot of tantrums are being thrown at him, even when he doesn't deserve that. So people will do everything to rubbish his hard-earned image, reputation, and integrity. That is the way I look at it. He's qualified, eminently qualified. The party has come to clarify this issue. As soon as they are done, if he still believes in the coalition, he will still go there. And he made it point blank that it's not going to be a running mate to anybody. A running mate to anybody. And if here the pendulum is tilting towards the south for presidency, if care is not taken, ADC will fall into the same trap PDP fell into in 2023.
Now there na problem dey now. Because people like Atiku Abubakar now, we hear say they insist say they must contest. Sake of say, if you say making wait till he become not turn for 2031, by that time age no go let them again. They go come say because of age they no go vote for him again. That na where problem dey so.
That's exactly what we are saying. If care is not taken, ADC will go the way of PDP. Because that was why we said PDP should respect their constitution by zoning the presidency to the south. But they came up with this, let's throw it open. The better candidate should win and all that. And the ticket went to Atiku Abubakar. Now, to a large extent, they now said, okay, out of the three people, let Atiku Abubakar pick his running mate, as it were. Because in 2019 or thereabouts, he picked Obi. They accused him of unilaterally picking a VP. That this time around, a committee will be set up. A committee of 19 people were set up to pick a VP for Atiku Abubakar.
Yes, for 2023, yes.
Yes. And then out of the 19, 15 out of 19 said Wike should go. But Atiku declined and he took over.
Okowa.
And that was the genesis of PDP's problem.
But can I ask you a question? If you look at Wike's antecedents, if now you be Atiku, we could pick Wike, not Vexo. That's not waiting people they talk.
I'm not talking about Wike's whether it's right or wrong in what he's doing.
Okay.
But I'm blaming PDP for going against their own rules.
Okay.
Which give back impetus to what Wike and the G5 did. And this is where, look at PDP as a carcass now. They are trying to pick their pieces, but it is very late in the day for them to do so. So in politics, we calculate there is a lot of issues. I mean, things going for the Southern presidency. Why can't ADC look in that direction? There are a lot of Southerners in ADC. If Atiku comes up with his presidential ambition, because there are, this idea of 12 million votes.
For Buhari, yes. Who will inherit it?
Who will inherit it and who will not inherit it and all that. Is a lot of deceit. If ADC makes commit that political suicide by giving a northerner their presidential ticket, then your guess will be as good as mine what will happen, the resultant effect of what will happen. Even for the South, 2031, the North takes over and gets it for the next 8 years. It's an unwritten thing to work for Nigerians. Inclusivity should be the name of the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, sir.
But if people arrogate themselves the power to be the president of this country, whether you like it or not, that will not augur well for the principle of inclusivity.
Okay.
Carry every person along.
All right. So some people go talk, say, why it be say, I mean, Buhari do 8 years. We know see even with how abysmally poor in governance being day. People for the South no agitate, say, oh, may Southern person take over immediately for 2019. And even the election was majorly between him and Atiku Abubakar, his fellow Northerner, in 2019. People they wonder, say, why it be say every time where it be say Southern person day for office, they always do Northerners quick, make them take over. We make this kind issue they come up now. Because so many Northerners don't come and contact, say, there is no rule, a tenure of any political office now 4 years, and no rule we talk, say, make another person no contest. So why did it happen like that? That's one thing really confuse a lot of people. I don't ask other guys these questions before, and I never really get answer which convince me. I go like hear your response there.
You see, the North believe they have the votes. Like the earlier one has been created here, there is this imaginary 12 million votes somewhere that people want to highlight. And if we go by that, which I think is not correct, if you go by that, that is why they are laying claims. If they should allow the South to finish their 8 years. Allow the South to finish their 8 years. From 2023, they should, get on board. You see, Nigeria is a very complex place to govern. And until we are intentional about political arrangements in this country, it will not work. If you want to make it, because we have population, we have the numbers, and politics is a game of numbers. Therefore, we must not over people. It is going to be counterproductive. That's why it is very imperative for the political actor, political elite, to work out a structure, a strategy that will keep Nigeria united. And it must be deliberate, like this unwritten constitution of South-North dichotomy. It is very crucial, it's very important, and we should not be treated with levity. The unity of this country should be maintained, and each section should have a sense of belonging. There is nothing like it is, one part of the country dominating politically. Nigeria has come of age. We must be intentional. We must do certain things to protect and preserve the unity of this country.
All right. Okay, sir. So moving on with that conversation, people don't they wonder, say, as it be like this now, if in care is not taken, P2B be a political orphan when you go get where it could go. That now waiting some people to talk. Sake of the problem where they happen for inside Labour Party, and then the fact say he no get any other party now to go to. And then the ADC gone, they possible. It never declare whether or not they will give them the ticket. So it don't become a problem. Little wonder why that Baba Ahmed today go the National Executive Council meeting of the Abure faction of the Labour Party. Dear Ingo, subtly pledging allegiance to the Labour Party. And if you pledge your allegiance to Labour Party when in front of Abure, that means people they talk and say you don't come pledge loyalty to Abure team of Labour Party. Even though say in go there to make peace, to unite everybody, and he talk say even him he never talks saying don't leave Labour Party, and even Peter Obi never talks saying leave Labour Party. He had quite a lot to say. Let me quickly go and play it. If you can join from the back office and just watch that video, sir. Let me quickly play it. I'll play it and play what Abure said. Then you tell me what is going on, because people are looking at it like, is this a soft statement stating that is it like a betrayal? Way Aburi, way Dati the betray Peter Obi now, or is he sincerely trying to reconcile the Labour Party? And even they try to reconcile the Labour Party, how possible is it if truly then saying as some people from on top or the center now they blow the fire for inside Labour Party? How possible is they really not be an effort in futility? That now waiting people they talk about. But make I just play that video, sir. If you go feel join us from backyard, make you go watch that video so that you go feel understand and get a perspective to the conversation, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My co-travelers, my leaders, state chairmen, secretaries, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the media force. Good afternoon to all of us. I am highly honored to be accorded the privilege of attending this important meeting. Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The successes, the history that Labour Party of Nigeria has recorded is unique and unprecedented. We presented clear records and evidence of 10 million votes scored in the last election, thereafter reduced to 6.1 million votes. And for that, I still remain, Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The act of state capture is a more onerous task than causing disunity and disaffection among and within political parties. After the tragedy of 2023, Nigeria was promised governance, yet we continued to experience unrelenting, underhand politics going on within the country, within the regions, between the regions, and within the parties. A lot of water, as they say, has passed under the bridge. I'm here as a loyal party member. I'm here as a peacemaker, and I'm also here to reconcile divergent opinions. I'm very, very proud to say that I did attend meetings of a certain attempt for coalition in Nigeria. Morally speaking, if your neighborhood invites you to discuss the security, you must attend. However, if you attend and they discuss other matters besides that, you are at liberty to restore yourself to your former position. I have attended and I have listened to the coalition attempts, yet I still remain in Labour Party. I am not one to sleepwalk into any political arrangements. I call on all well-meaning politicians and members of Labour Party not to sleepwalk and allow themselves to be led into what they still are not comfortable with. I must say, in the past, a coalition was made, and in the past, a sitting Nigerian government was voted out. I note with pleasure that this is what we as Labour Party did in 2023 and what we are about to do again in 2027. I note again that the coalition genuinely plans and intends to vote out the misruling APC. However, the government that follows is even more important than the act of removing a government itself. A government was removed, and what followed after was disaster. So I'm saying that I, personally, am more of the opinion that it is the kind of government that we form that is more important to me, not just the act of removing the APC. Having said that, I'm here as a son of Labour Party with a unique intent to bring together all individuals, all persons that might not be on the same page now. I intend to bring all of us together. I intend to reconcile all divergent opinions in Labour Party, and this is what a leader should do. I recognize all that has happened. The Nenadi-led factions, the existing Barrister Julius Abure faction, and I recognize legally that what INEC is doing in relating with the Julius Abure faction. And I'm repeating that. I intend to bring everybody together to find a common solution to the problems that have been caused by those who promised governance and ended up politicking across the country and within political parties. And this I do devoid of any personal interest, devoid of any ambition, and devoid of any animosity to any group whatsoever. I am glad also to note that from the comments of my boss, His Excellency Governor Peter Obi, he still remains in the Labour Party. I intend to bring everybody together for us to sit down and again understand each other better and move forward. Having said all this, I want to hand back the microphone to His Excellency, the Chairman, Barrister.
Okay, all right. Very quickly. Well, you saw that, and that video, by the way, is courtesy of Symphony Television. Thank you so much. I had to get that video. We don't hear what Ibise or Gadati Baba Ahmed talk. If we're good, make we quickly also listen to the response where Julius Abure give for inside that conversation. Then we'll begin to get our guests.
Without much
inside
ado,
the conversation.
I want to proceed to the resolution adopted at the end of the meeting of the National Executive Council of our party. Resolution adopted at the end of the National Executive Council NEC of Labour Party, held on Monday, 21st July 2025 at the National Secretariat, Abuja. The NEC meeting was attended by members of the National Working Committee, national officers of the party, our own Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, Vice Presidential candidate of the 2023 general election, state chairmen and secretaries of our party, stakeholders, and all other co-opted members of the National Executive Council. At the end of the meeting, the following resolutions were approved and adopted. The NEC is sectioned after reviewing the purported NEC meeting held in Transcorp on Friday, the 18th of July, 2025, condemned the convenance of the meeting and thereafter disassociated itself and the party from the outcome of the so-called NEC meeting, where they renamed their illegal committee set up in Umuahia last year as Interim National Working Committee. NEC notes that no matter how illegality is decorated, no matter how illegality is redesigned, is renamed, it can never become legal. Renaming the Caretaker Committee as Interim National Working Committee of Labour Party does not remove its illegality. This sitting contravene the provisions of our Constitution by virtue of Article 14.4b. It is only the National Secretary, with the approval of the National Chairman of our party, who has the powers, who have the responsibility to convene any meeting of the organ. The meeting that was held last week also contravened the provision of Section 82(1)(2)(a) of the Electoral Act 2022, which provides as follows. 1. Every registered political party shall give the Commission, INEC, at least 21 days notice of any convention, congresses, conference, or meeting convened for the purpose of merger and electing members of its executive committees and other governing bodies or nominating candidates for any of the elective offices specified under this act. Such notice must be given by the national chairman and national secretary of the party. The commission may, with or without notice to the political party, attend and observe the convention, congresses, conference, or meeting which is convened by a political party for the purpose of A, electing members of the executive committees or other governing bodies. NEC, therefore, disassociates itself from the meeting held on Friday. NEC section notes that there is no vacuum in the leadership of the party. The party has conducted its national convention in line with the party constitution, the Electoral Act, and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 27th of March 2024 at Tunewi, Anambra State, which has been validated by the Supreme Court in its judgment of 4th April 2025. Consequently, NEC in section therefore calls on the Honorable Chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to comply with the Supreme Court judgment and all other legal opinions that are presented before him. On the basis of the foregoing, therefore, NEC in section hereby call on all attending members, supporters, and members of the general public to kindly disregard the so-called meeting and its outcome. NEC in section hereby reimpose confidence in the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure-led National Working Committee and urge all party members to continue to respect the leadership of the party and obey its lawful directives. NEC in session also approved the conduct of state, local government, and world congresses as may be scheduled by the National Working Committee in line with the party's constitution and other extant laws. NEC in session reiterates that Labour Party will not be part of any coalition for the 2027 general election. NEC believes that the coalition of 2023 is bigger than any other coalition. We will therefore rebuild, reconcile, and reconsolidate the gains of the 2023 general election. Labour Party is distinct in terms of its ideology, programs, philosophy, and manifestos, which has the answers to the socio-economic challenges of Nigeria. We can therefore not be tempted by joining any political spent forces that are fitter to squander the resources and opportunities of our nation. 10. NEC in session commends Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed for identifying with the leadership of the party and promise to participate in future elections in the party. I therefore want to conclude this address or this resolution by welcoming all our members to the meeting, and I wish you all a safe journey back to your various destinations.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining us once more. Sincere apologies for the network glitch. I was just hoping that the next network glitch does not or didn't exist at all. No, a few things from what Ogadati Baba Ahmed said. He mentioned that he was there for peacekeeping, and he did mention that he indeed attended the ADC coalition, but that if your neighborhood calls you for a security meeting and you go attend them, and you see say wetin they discuss pass security, come begin get other interests way pass the security, say you go come up body for inside that kind of conversation. So say yes, he attend the coalition meeting, but say he never talk, say he no be member of Labour Party, and say he remain member of Labour Party. Say, excuse me, saying the hope, say the whole parties really involved go fit reconcile, saying they here for peacekeeping to make sure say reconcile the parties involved. And Aburo, on the other hand, don't come up body for anything we get to do with. First of all, the National Executive Council meeting we hold last week talk say then be fake, say then they illegal. Even though say waiting I notice be say people will attend this Aburo National Executive NEC meeting. Now mostly state party chairmen, state secretaries, and him supposedly defunct National Working Committee members. Whilst the ones then will attend the other one, the board of directors them all political elected officials them attend them. So now I don't even know which of the neck meetings then where they solid past. If the board of directors it's confusing. If the board of directors they support the Nadi Usman led team, then how neckable is his neck meeting? Excuse my language. So it's a bit of confusion. But he too has also disassociated himself from that snake meeting and the people that will hold them. That means commoting body for where Obi and OTD say na illegal thing they do and say no matter how illegal it is, fit on legal. So this whole confusion now, how you take them because he don't maintain one thing. Say they no go fit join any kind of coalition and then believe say the Labour Party get waiting it take to to go face the 2027 election solo without joining body with anybody. That's na question where they very somehow. How Abure go use things say they go fit face the 2027 election without coalition? What's be the capacity of the Labour Party without Peter Obi to face
Yeah,
the Labour?
without missing
Yes.
well, just like you said, without missing well,
Mm.
Obi gave Labour Party life.
But Abure is not even recognizing that, and that's a problem, and that's why we're
Yes,
having this
exactly.
conversation.
He gave Labour Party life, serious life, you know. But, people will always gravitate around opportunities. Now that Labour Party is now in place, people are now thinking of this and that and that and that. But be that as it may, 24 hours in politics is a long time. Recall that when the coalition started, at the earliest stage, Peter Obi said he was going to run with that his former
Running
VP.
mates, yes.
He made it clear that if they want him, they will also, he's going to run with that. That shows you the kind of character Peter Obi is made of, But what happened today, that he's going to Abure's faction.
Yes.
Like I said, politicians, you can't predict them. You cannot predict them. He may be there in body, but in soul, he may not be there. So that is critical also. So understanding Nigerian political terrain means a whole lot. 1 + 1 is not 2 in Nigerian politics. If he does that and accepted the presidential flag bearer of LP for 2022, I think he's not being fair to Peter Obi unless there's an agreement for him to go there and be a placeholder. But apart from that, then Peter Obi should also be very, very careful. I wouldn't subscribe to any situation where Peter Obi would play a second fiddle. That is part of it. Instead, he will look for another platform. There are a lot of platforms that will, accept it. And obedience have obviously made it clear that they will follow him wherever he goes. He gets another platform, assuming the ADC thing did not work out, which is more likely because what is going on there is not too clear. People are taking positions and things like that. If that one eludes him and Labour Party eludes him, we look for another political platform, another vehicle, like they used to say,
SPV.
Get into the position. So, Abure, Nana Usman, and what have you? The Abure faction is saying Abure's name is what is in INEC. Now, the other Nana Usman and co is saying that the legitimate faction because Abure tenure has expired
and cuts
and all that. So there is back and front, because there's a lot of largesse to, a lot of this thing in the cookie jar for them to pick up. When Labour Party was in doldrums, no person, talked about it. But now Labour Party has come to life, and then people are now trying to forage where they did not sow. So all in all, the whole political parties are, almost always in turmoil, because we have not really defined our politics so well. Like the ADC also, what is happening there is personal interest, which is going to override the collective interest. If everyone tries to pocket his or her personal interest, it will be good for all of us. I, for one, have obviously said that coalition is the best thing that has happened. APC did it. APC did it 10 years ago, and it worked for them.
2015.
Now that APC is saying it is old people, the same people and all that, when they did their own coalition or media or whatever coming together, it was still the same old people. So we need people to change checkmate, as it were, the APC. And that is what the coalition has come to do. You cannot see that they are up their ante. Before they were bragging that, people were accusing them of one party state, trying to turn Nigeria into one party state. And they were bragging.
Yes.
That when people come to us, you say we should leave them and all that. Now, the conversation has changed. They are not their close.
Okay.
So, the political scenario is going to be dynamic. From now on, you will see a lot of, changes. People will move from one to the other, and then there will be political suicide here and there, and
so how can Peter Obi avoid committing that political suicide where people they want to may no commit, especially as they talk? Say in only from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party. People go on they tell and say if he manage come off for from Labour Party now to about to be in ADC, people they tell and say if you come out interest for where ADC they now, say the thing go kill them politically. Do you believe that?
I believe what is driving P2B is not political platform.
But it's looking like that. If he continue to join one party to the other, that now waiting people they talk.
But you need a veritable political platform to be able to advance his ideas and all that. When you are a beautiful bride, people will be chasing you all around. Even if it's equally going for him, that if he comes, they'll give it to him and all that. But it is left for him to study the political terrain of this country. It's very strictly, very, very strictly.
Okay.
And who you discuss today might tomorrow be your fool.
Okay.
Because every person wants to, be the president of this country, or aligned to one person who has presidential ambition.
So that's what the problem is. People are saying that all of even him will be asserted that the whole problem happening with Labour Party and the kind of confusion and all that in PDP is because of the center, the party in the center, the APC, saying that Tinubu precisely now they put all this confusion them, and then people they talk and say if truly na him they put all this confusion, is it that he knows very well that he would lose election if truly he plays a clean politics? Because why would you want to truncate other political parties if you're sure of yourself? Do we see that as being smart, or we see that as cowardice? Some people they see him as smarter chess player for politics. Some people they see him as cowardice by trying to make sure say cause confusion for other people kitchen, so that only your own kitchen go be successful.
Yes, and for people, there are moves in political parties. There are moves everywhere. People have equally accused the presidential candidate of ADC in 2002.
Yes.
Has been sponsored by APC.
Absolutely. That was even before this merger. That accusation has been before this merger.
So you have, even in PDP, they have succeeded in destabilizing PDP. They have entered into Labour Party. In all these things, when there is confusion in political parties, it is giving impetus to the ruling party to have a smooth ride. That is why some of us are insisting that we need a proper coalition, a proper opposition party to checkmate this thing. Not only that, we need to tinker with the electoral laws, particularly as it affects beavers. You know,
And direct transmission.
mandatory news for accreditation. Ensure that the result is electronically transferred to the IREF. And also ensure that the electoral umpire itself, if you do not do one of the first and the second thing I mentioned here, is liable to be prosecuted. If you do this coalition and all these things, and you do not tinker with electoral law, we have not done anything. Because at the end of it all, experience have shown that election rigging is not done during coalition. The moment you finish, doing the right thing in the, what is it called? Casting your vote, it is through coalition that a lot of things change.
Exactly.
So we must avoid it. For us to have a credible election, apart from the coalition, if the coalition do not do the right thing, how much was given to INEC for all this technology?
305 billion naira. That's what they conducted the last election with.
And give them redundant. So, my dear, what we are saying is that there is need. It has to be a holistic approach. But my worry is that is it the National Assembly that we have now that we tinker with this electoral law?
That's another question.
Yeah, the reason is far-fetched. The present National Assembly, as constituted, will not have the political will to tinker with it. There lies the rules of, the pressure groups that we have, the NLP, the Nigerian Bar Association, and what have you, to put pressure on them to change as if we are to amend the Electoral Act. If this thing is done, the ferocity with which national anthem was changed within 48 hours, they can do this. They can do it. If you want the necessary pressure, they use Electoral Act as it affects transfer of transmission of results and the use of beavers. Once we do that, 70% of our election will be credible. We don't need a suicide to tell us that. No amount of coalition will, get it done. Before you say their province, they tell you to go to court. The election will be violent and everything. Of course, if we look at our banking system, we look at technology we use, simple technology. The moment you cast a vote, you register the INEC platform. Everything will be seen. Tell me how easy it will be. I'm not saying it will be foolproof, but it will be relatively difficult for you to manipulate. Until we do that, then your guess will be at that time.
There's a lot of questions to ask around that too. Well, because of time and this one way network no let us, so make we just go sharp for other issues. And because if you like say the 2027, if you like say the election matter and this internal party politics, them we never get the end of them. There are people where they also talk like Kenneth Okonkwo where they talk say no, the government will only the opposition will only need a northerner to contest or to wrestle power from a southerner will be Bola Ahmed Tinubu. While other people they talk and say no, just like you did not talk earlier, say if they make the mistake to make a northerner, say they don't commit, they don't put themselves or waiting happen to PDP for 2023. So you see, these content like saying are different strokes for different folks. But we never know as it could be, except to go and put something inside that matter because people don't accuse Kenneth Okonkwo based on that analysis and that belief we be saying get. What do you think about him, sir?
Yes, it's free. It is a political world. It's free. He has his opinion, and being in democracy, you have freedom of speech, you have freedom of association, and all that. I think from all he said, he's leaning towards Atiku Abubakar, and he gave his reasons. Some other people that are talking about Southern presidency, have their own reasons. So, Peter Obi, a brilliant guy, he has his own opinion. So you cannot kill him for rooting for Atiku. Probably he has something to abstract from that I don't have any problem with that. But I think preponderance of the opinion is for a southern presidency. That was why I said I have an issue that ADC should watch it so that the fate that befell PDP, will not be their portion.
but
Any attempt,
mm, go ahead, sir.
any attempt to deny the South to complete their tenure, unwritten tenure, will be politically disastrous for this country.
Okay, but how possible you think say day for the ADC to even succeed? Within they do because people like Samuel Otom now don't come and talk say in no regret ever working against Atiku for 2023 and saying good do am again. He say as a matter of fact say the coalition no fit go anywhere, you know fit reach anywhere. I know say PDP believe where we say coalition no dey go anywhere now wash. Now they wash. So how viable you think say this coalition movement dey the ADC go dey?
I think they have the viability is not in doubt. What worries me about the coalition is ambition.
Mm.
Most of the people there are very, very ambitious. If you are ambitious and you want to torpedo the status quo, it is very difficult for you to do. Why it was very easy for APC in 2015 to win election was because of the alter ego in the APC there, who was Buhari.
Mm-hmm.
It was not contestable as to who will be the flag bearer of APC as at that time. Every person knew it was Buhari. And then
but people contested. Atiku also contested with Buhari at that time, remember?
I know,
Okay.
but just to make it look democratic,
Okay.
preponderance of APC people were rooting for Buhari then as the Messiah in quotes. But now we have in the ADC we have three prominent individuals, the articles of this world, the Ameches of this world, and the P2Bs of this world. Now it becomes difficult. Why I'm saying it is difficult is because of the inclusion or the appearance of Atiku Abubakar, who is not a political pushover. You can't wish him away in the Nigerian political scene very easily. He did it in PDP, and he might likely do it in ADC. That worries me. That is where my worry is. But if he can jettison his presidential ambition and then support whoever Southerner, whoever the ADC brings out from the South, I think that will augur well for ADC, the coalition in general.
All right.
And then we will now see who will take that 12 million bank votes in the North.
But you think say anybody go fit take that vote because you hear say the division now they between Atiku, Kwankwaso, El Rufai.
The idea is to, root out APC as the ruling party. They should not make that mistake of going to the North. Because what it will do is that Obi would be dissatisfied because he will not play the second fiddle to any person. And any other political party he goes to, he can get the 4, 5, 6, 7 million votes again. And then APC will be better for it. The objectives of the coalition will not be met. That is my submission.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's quickly move to other issues. I do hope we would have time to attend to most of these issues. So I'm sure you heard about the threat to the Peter Obi's life by the governor of Edo State. So former presidential candidate Peter Obi is hated in Edo and is not welcomed. Not be me talk am. They said as his visit portends the death of residents in the state. Who talked this on? Jarrett Tenebe. Now, quoting him further, he says, I think the governor was right in saying that because we are, because we are saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people, he used hatred because of the kind of hatred that the people have, that is, people of Edo State, have for Peter Obi in the state, including me, Mr. Tenebe Naitokam. When you have people, many of us, or so many of us, that have such hatred for people like that, most especially when they came to Edo and people died, it is proper for him to tell the governors or the governor before he will come, so that people like us can be sent on an errand out of Edo State before he can come and possibly go back. I don't know whether you understand what's in talk, sir.
Yeah.
Then further, he says he also said he's the chairman of the APC in Edo State. He said this in support of Governor Mondekwobilo's statement earlier. Now, quoting him further, he says, well, since morning, when the primaries are going on, there have been criticisms all over the press over the statement that Governor made yesterday when he was receiving the remaining PDP Central Senator. When he said P2B must take permission before he comes to Edo State. He further says, I want to send a message to people who call themselves ADC in the state. They should be very careful because we are only, or we only have PDP remaining in the state, not ADC. If you want to identify with ADC, you have to leave Edo for us. Then he further said there is a new sheriff in town. That's what in fact, for the benefit of people we know, make I just play within and talk very quickly, make you hear him, because these are just a bit too strong and bitter words to come from a party chairman. And maybe just
PDP where he said that Peter Obi has to take permission before he starts. And I think the governor was right in saying that because we are also saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people have for Peter Obi in the state, including me. And when you have people, so many of us that have such hatred for people like that, especially when they came to Edo State and people died, it is proper for him to tell the governor before he will come, so that people like us will be sent on errand out of Edo before he can come and possibly go. I'm sure that's the reason why the governor made that statement. That's why I think the governor made that statement, and it's correct. And we support him in whatever he's saying. So whatever anybody is saying, they're just saying rubbish. And I also want to send a message to people who call themselves ADC in the state that they should be very careful, because we only have PDP remaining, not ADC. So if you want to identify with ADC, you have to leave Edo for us. That is my message to all of them. And we want to.
Yay! So you heard that, everything where they talk. This is like a direct threat to anybody where one represents any other political party in Edo State. And APC has not condemned what he said as a party, and nobody don't talk anything. Please, in an ideal environment or society, what's supposed to happen? Using this kind of strong words that the governor was correct, that because so many of them hate Peter Obi, and that the right thing for him to do is to inform the governor whenever he's coming, so that they will send some of them who hate him so bitterly on an errand. May they know they're around when he will come. I bet make I take a reaction, sir.
Yeah. Let me say quickly that, before earlier in the program, I said that the P2B is the man to beat. So that is why you see people throwing all these things at me. It is, I'm not a lawyer, but I know that the Constitution does not permit Monday or law
suspension by the Senate is
unconstitutional. In Senate lines, I think they would have been invited, because this is hate speech. During Buhari, Lai Mohammed, the information minister, and what have you, when you say something, they brand it hate speech and all that. There is no other way to describe what a good government is than to describe it as hate speech. It should be reined in an ideal situation, in a Senate class, it should be reined in for further explanation. How can you tomorrow he will leave the government seat, he will leave the government house and become a private citizen? Does it mean that when he wants to go to Anambra, You will look for the governor there, tell the governor I'm coming, and all that. So it is seen as an attack on the man to be. It's like a star in a football team. Ronaldo, Ronaldo, Messi, and what have you. You see about 3-4 people marked him down. Whenever he touches the football, they all descend on him. That is what they are doing to P2B. Unfortunately, they are lionizing him.
But are these words not too heavy to use? Again, I ask.
Yeah, they are putting him on the front burner. But it's very unfortunate. Even the one that is much more unfortunate is the chairman of the party, who said they hate him.
Yes, that they hate him. That's the point. That they hate him so much. And that it's good that some of them who hate him should be out of the state when he's coming.
Have you also seen the videos going viral where the Commissioner for Information on Arise television, channels. Yeah, they asked him pointedly, where did the 3 people die? After doing this, he said, sorry, sir, give us where. There was no news about 3 people dying. People did not capture it. Social media did not capture it. Where? For the records. And he was talking, rambling and all that. So that shows you that all these things are calculated attempts geared towards hacking somebody down, so that you intimidate him into quietism. But it's not going to work. The moment you are doing this, you are emboldening the man. You are letting people, he's on the front burner. The P2B's issue is being discussed every now and then. You are lionizing him, unfortunately. But they do not know. Now, if I were a governor, I should use my time much more judiciously. He didn't even know whether it was 15 million or 1.5 million. Look at the mess he cost himself during budget presentation. The budget you're going to implement, you can't read it out. He should use his time for very serious things. Going for tutorials and all that, it will not be out of place. Now that the Supreme Court has, stamped given a stamp of finality on his election, he should not go to governance. Somebody who couldn't express himself freely, even during campaign, is now saying he's a new sheriff in town. I wonder. And APC has not reacted to this, which means they endorse what the man is saying. So what I'm saying in effect is that this goes a long way to tell you what is going to happen in 2027. What happened in 2023 will be a child's play with what is going to happen in 2027.
All right. It's already we're having political assassinations with the attack of the Anambra State PDP gubernatorial candidates. That one another matter entirely too. How did we even get back to this level of very bitter politics we're beginning to play?
Yeah, you see, that is what the veterans are saying. There is a lot of stake in Abuja. Some of us might sound crazy. That is where I align myself with what the veterans are saying. Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world. Once you become a president, your word is law. Why can we not take steps to, whittle down the powers of the president in Abuja? That is what the veterans are saying. Go back to the region, the sixth geopolitical zone. Once you do that, you begin to hold your local government councillor, local government chairman, and state governors responsible more than what is in Abuja. Tomorrow, at the end of the month, they go to Abuja. The finance ministers of the state goes to Abuja to collect allocation, and they come back. And people are clamoring for more states that are not viable. What are we talking about here? We should make the center less attractive. the moment we emphasize this, there has to be, that is why if you have a leader that has vision for this country, he will impress it on the National Assembly, because there is nothing we can do now without the National Assembly, looking at the Constitution or whatever we have. If you have a purposeful leader, a visionary leader, that will ensure that the National Assembly lives up to expectations, the country will be a better place for it. The National Assembly should be able to whittle down the powers of the president sufficiently that the thing becomes less attractive. If need be, make parliamentary work part-time. The doctors there, the architects, the lawyers there will go back to their professions. Now, every person is leaving, medical doctors are leaving their professions to go into and join politics.
Yes.
Which is wrong. And that these things make heat up the system. There is some confirmed reports that the senator takes 30 million naira a month. The House of Reps takes 21 million naira a month.
He never had constituency project and others, so if we can even know the amount for those ones.
You see why people kill people to get there. Make it part-time, pay part-time allowance. Once you want them to come, 6 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, they'll stay in a hotel. Don't build houses for them. They'll carry this thing, come there, do their legislative job for 1 week, get paid allowances for their hotels, and then they go back to their professions. In that case, you will not be paying 360 House of Representative members salary. You will not be paying 109 senators salary. Look at the states, 36 states of the Federation. They all have state assemblies, commissioners, ministers, and what have you. All these things drain the much needed resources. So we must be very delicate. We must be very intentional. If you have a leader that is working so, these are the areas the leader will do, lay that foundation and leave. And Nigeria will be but as presently constituted, this National Assembly, I do not see them making any significant change in the whole system. It will be business as usual. How do you explain Mr. President said he inherited bad economy, inherited empty treasury and all that. But there is this issue of yachts, 5 billion. There is this issue of renovating BP house.
21 billion.
1.6 million vehicle for the National Assembly members. There is this 1.5 billion for the office of the First Lady.
There is also the 39 billion for the renovation of the ICC that is in contention. That right now people have entered the ICC. They talk, say, "Allow you, say, only rug they change, they paint the place, do one thing or the other." So they don't see 39 billion inside that place where they spend.
That is it. 39 billion. Is it a child's play in the present day economy? How much is the London clinic cost? Can we replicate 6 of them in this country, so that we can reduce medical tourism sufficiently? These are some of the conversations Nigerians should be having. And we need a very strong non-governmental organizations that will push this.
Now, very quickly, because I'll soon open the phone lines to Nigerians to jump in. You mentioned governmental organizations, and a particular non-governmental organization, I think Leadership and Accountability Initiative, that's their name. They don't talk, say they don't carry a petition right to the US Embassy and Nigerian Embassy, as it get to do with waiting EBC Edo State, the way they threaten Peter Obi. You see that petition to go anywhere. The petition that make EBC then give visa ban on the governor of the state. That's the copy of the petition. I just get to post them. They don't petition the US embassy and the UK embassy. Say made them stop them, made them ban them because of the threat to the threatened president. Do you think that the US embassy will oblige, understanding that he'll be using a diplomatic passport anyway?
Yeah, no measure will be too small. We will start from somewhere. If they succeed, they are creating awareness, for more of those things to come. These are things with Governor Alia Hyacinth of Benue State did it to the same P2B I think April 17th or April
Yes.
15th or thereabouts,
Yes, sir.
when he said they should, he should not go into IGP camps and all that and all that. Nothing happened. And that was why the governor of Edo State followed suit. You see, there must be consequences for actions. If you do better, if you don't checkmate what the governor has done today, next tomorrow, another governor will do it. That is why the conversation around state police is becoming too watery. Because when you allow some of these state governors to allow, before they were telling us they are not the chief security officer of the state, and they don't have any power. Now he has power. He wants people to come and genuflect before him, telling him that it's so that he will not send security people to guide him. If you do not come, you are your own. Anything that happens to you, it's your business. It is not that he knows he's the chief security officer of the state. When issues of clashes and what have you, banditry and what have you, comes, they will deny that they are not chief security officers of their state. This is hypocritical idea. Very easy.
All right. So just before I let you go, because of the network issues we're having, two things now. Natasha Akpoti don't say nothing will make her no resume tomorrow. Senate itself don't draw the line. See if you try will they ready for you. Activism like Aisha Risifo don't talk. Say on and off do nada. She must resume. I'd like you to touch on that and also touch on what NLC is saying. NLC they accuse this particular administration, say in fact they don't they drag Nigeria on the brink of tyranny. Say with the way that they do things. I would really like to get your response and reaction to these two things. Say the government they crush on dissent voices.
NLC is supposed to be the conscience of Nigerians.
Hmm.
I agree with you that not every Nigerian is a member of NLC.
Okay.
But they are better placed, they are strategically placed to galvanize interests of Nigerians sufficiently as much as possible. When Oshimole was the NLC president, it was, he tried to, make the government believe that Nigerians are not to be taken for granted. But these days, I do not know what has happened. They will call for a strike, 24 hours to the strike, they will call it off, and all that. If you want to be a labor leader, you have to give it your all. It is imperative you give it your all. There is government, if you allow government, they will toy with the welfare of the citizens, which is supposed to be the primary aim of government. A very few individuals constitute themselves into government and then begin to abstract. Today, the police, retired police officers, protested.
Yes, they protest today.
And
In a part of it, we'll talk about.
somebody served 35 years,
Yes.
and we are going with 2 million naira. Some we are going with 900. And from 2001 till now, they have not been paid any trouble. Some people that are being paid say they are paying them 40,000.
Hi.
That's not what I'm saying.
You can imagine working for your country, risking your life for your country for 35 years and going home with just 2 million pension or gratuity.
Politicians are retiring. They give themselves house in Lagos, house in Abuja, and probably outside the country. Two vehicles, driver, gardener, and all that. All expenses paid by the government. But look at these other people. So, do you know, when you look at the political economy of the Nigerian police, if you see them on the road trying to take out a living, will you blame them? Look at the plight they are going through. These people are even going, protesting for themselves that are retired and for the people that are serving. That is the dilemma we are in. So if you cannot treat your workers, employees well, when they retire, you know what food inflation is like now. You know what rent is like now, and what have you. The average Nigerian is suffering sufficiently. A pint of garri is almost 5,000. A bag of rice, which was 105 in December last year, came down to 60. Now it is 75, 78. You understand?
Yes,
Ditto
sir.
means tomato you cannot find anymore. So what we are saying is that the government should be very, very intentional. If you want to solve food inflation, please solve the issue of insecurity. Because farmers are crying. They can't go to their farms. Even when they do, succeed in um, um, what is it called? Planting, they do not harvest. So what
Hmm.
are we doing? What are we talking about? Before now, the Naira exchange rate was somewhere around 800, 900. Now it's like it has stabilized at 157, 158, 160. Industries are closing down. Businesses cannot move. People are becoming increasingly underemployed.
All
So
right.
the whole system is agitated.
Mm.
We are on a panic mood. This country is on a panic mood. We don't know what comes out tomorrow. Electricity tariff is up there. Which one do we mention and which one do we not mention? So what I'm saying in effect is that it's not all about coalition or APC saying no person will dislodge them from government. If you are doing what the people want, if you are delivering on dividends of democracy, election is mere routine. People will vote for you. But when you are not delivering, and then you are muzzling up opposition, dissenting voices, you are ganging them all, it cannot work. Remember, there is a limit. If you push somebody too much to the wall, the person will rebound. So I am pleading with the government in power that they should come from their high office and then look deep down and see and meet Nigerians at the point of their needs. Transportation costs have gone haywire. People don't move out anymore. Go on the streets of Lagos. You find out that everywhere is calm. Everywhere, nothing. This hustling and bustling is no longer there. Look at our Theatre Mainland Bridge. I could remember vividly 3, 4 years ago. I leave my house by 5 to be able to get to the island. Now, if we leave by 7, by 8 o'clock, we are there. What does that tell you? That tells you that the business climate is at a very low ebb. Of course, we are a society where people move so much. It is because of the economic situation that people are beginning to restrict themselves. They use their phones and do most of their businesses, just like we are doing now, instead of entering the road and
Yes.
eating up the system.
Yes.
But the issue of telecoms is also very, very high. You understand? So everywhere you go, Nigerians are in chains. I should use this opportunity to ask these powers that be to please look at the poor Nigerians. Look at how they can, come to their aid by making life a little bit more meaningful for them. Nigerians are very good people. They are easy to govern. Once you give them the basic minimum of things, they will follow you. That's what they're saying. But as of now, it is very, very difficult. Very difficult
All
to
right.
navigate through the moving waters of Nigerian economy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Let me let you go so that I can continue with the rest of the show. Unfortunately, the ideal thing, I say people supposed to ask you questions and all that to take your and take your
Thank
responses.
you.
You take your responses, but unfortunately, network no let us do that one. We hope say next time maybe when your network better, we go fit get you for inside the
Never.
studio so that we go fit
Thank you.
ask you questions. Thank you so much and sincere apologies for dragging you out this night. Make you come out,
No, no, no. You're
come join
welcome.
us.
You're welcome. My
I, I,
pleasure.
I
My pleasure.
appreciate you. I beg once your network signal good small, just buzz me small so that we go do away a replay. I be what did they call them again? How do they call them for football, sir? Well,
Exactly.
whatever it is that you people call it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do enjoy the rest of your evening, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, sir. All right. Okay. So yes, I did tell you that a civil society organization don't write to don't write to the UK government and the US government. Make them make sure say they no give the Edo State governor visa to use come inside the state. And of course, you see the stamp of receiving there, so they don't receive the message, and perhaps they will act on it, perhaps they would not. I do not know, but that's one of the conversations that we had tonight. But let's go back to that issue of hatred for P2B. And he talked about an interview on Channels Television by the Commissioner of, I think, Information in the commissioner in Edo State, Abi. Make we go check some more reactions with trailer, and then waiting people like Aisha Yusuf also talk concerning that matter. Go watch and when they come back.
Peter Obi is the least of our worries. APC can be threatened because of Peter Obi. What is he going to do differently? Ask Peter Obi what he will even do when he becomes president. He will tell you, let me get there first. No clear-cut blueprint of what he wants to do. Just like that character, Bazaros, in the book Father and Son, written by the great Russian author, Ivan Turgenev, who said all he wants to do is to destroy all the institutions and pull down the system. And when he was asked, with what will you replace the system, he simply said, let it come down first. That shows somebody who is not even prepared. And that is the character we have in Peter Obi. How did he fare? Even in the southeast, where he's from, they only have one governor. That is Abia. APC has two in its dominance there, both Imo and Ebonyi. Enugu is for PDP, and of course, Anambra, Agda. So where is his dominance? So Peter Obi is the least of our worries. He's just struggling in error. And I can.
All right. So you don't hear Amasin talking, but maybe we'll go here with Aisha Yusuf forget to talk concerning that.
What did you make of that?
He said it was it wasn't something that you mistake, right? He said what he said, and he said it very clearly, and he said it very loudly. He said your security will not be guaranteed if you come in. Anything that happens to you, it's on you. So, and that's a threat to his life. Beyond that, also is the fact that the Edo State government also came out with a statement where they said that he wasn't threatening him, but he needs to tell him when he's coming and also get security clearance. I don't know what gave Governor Mondo the audacity that he can actually give security clearance for any Nigerian to be able to come to Edo State. Edo State is not his family estate. He currently might be the one who is governing the state, but he doesn't have the right to give anybody clearance for them to be anywhere. But beyond that, also, Makwe, I think there's a video that you need to also look for to play, and this is I think from the person in that video is said to be the ADC chairman who actually had a press conference, because in the video you could see the mic of media houses, and he was loud and clear that anybody that the Edo State governor said what he said, and he supports what he said. That means the party APC supports what Edo State governor had said. And there were a lot of references. There were more threats that he made. One, he said that anybody that stands in his way, in their way, in Edo State, that they are going to smoke the person. We know the violence, the street violence. When you say you're going to smoke the person, it simply means you're going to kill the person. And I wonder what the Nigerian police is doing. If it was Aisha Yusuf that did the video and said they were going to smoke someone, they would have been all over my house to come and arrest me. But for someone who is said to be the APC, chairman in Edo State, I don't think they've done any arrest. And we can't have some Nigerians thinking there are more Nigerians than others, or they have the monopoly of violence. There was also something he said there that, the governor, that the people of Edo State hate Mr. Peter Obi. I'm from Edo State. I'm from Agbede. I am the granddaughter of Abibenomo. I'm the great-granddaughter of Owari. And those are names in Edo State that people would know. I'm from Agbede powerhouse, and you can't tell me that people in Edo State they hate Mr. Peter Obi. In fact, they love Mr. Peter Obi. It's the governor that they need to go and do a survey to find out if there are people who actually like him and the way he's doing. Especially people of Edo North being killed every day, and nothing is being said about that. Then the APC governor also made another reference to say that members of ADC should not identify themselves as ADC in Edo State, that they only recognize PDP, and that they should leave the state. Those are threats to people's lives, and I think the security agencies should be picking up the APC chairman in Edo State and actually asking him who are the people that he's going after and are the lives of people safe. He also mentioned the fact that 3 people died. after Mr. Peter Obi had come to Edo State. First of all, we need to know who are these 3 people that are there, because they're dropping this number. What did the governor do? Has the governor met the families of these people? What has he done in securing the lives of the people since he calls himself the chief security officer of the state? I mean, who has he met? They can't just be dropping numbers or information or fake news just like that without anybody probing them. I think the security agencies need to swing into action in Edo State, because we have literally people.
Okay, so one of the things really baffle us that how we get back to that era of very, very bitter politics. Again, I still find them very difficult to believe the thing where be say that a do state PDP chairman talk. It do me like say whether na just fake news or na say na person human being really talk those things and when he talk say say then he really really hates people before he do state. So say anytime where he be saying go come into the state, he supposed let them know so that the governor will send maybe some of people then will like him we hit him out of the state. And I don't know why PDP as a party never react. I mean, Felix Mokawe Sabi they talk say P2B don't go below the belt and all of that. Why don't you caution your party chairman in Edo State? Because silence na consent for this matter. If Ibison keep quiet for this kind of thing, that means in they speak the man, this man right now, speak the mind of the entire APC members. Maybe we just even go see that video again, sir. Maybe we even understand.
Said that Peter Obi has to take permission before he starts. And I think the governor was right in saying that because we are also saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people have for Peter Obi in the state, including me. And when you have people, so many of us that have such hatred for people like that, especially when they came to Edo State and people died, it is proper for him to tell the governor before he will come, so that people like us will be sent on errand out of Edo before he can come and possibly go. I'm sure that's the reason why the governor made that statement. That's why I think the governor made that statement, and it's correct. And we support him in whatever he's saying. So whatever anybody is saying, they're just saying rubbish. And I also want to send a message to people who call themselves ADC in the state, that they should be very careful, because we only have PDP remaining, not ADC. So if you want to identify with ADC, you have to leave a door for us. That is my message to all of them.
Hey!
We want to.
Okay, so if you want to identify with ADC, you should leave Edo State for us. Are you serious? And the APC hasn't. And then when would they talk, say, did they accuse APC of trying to turn the party, Nigeria to one party state? Did they talk saying a lie? And they hope and look forward to the president and he handlers them to respond to this conversation and come and talk saying no, this man no they represent our opinion. And by the way, going back to the conversation where people really talk say P2B once upon a time for Anambra State being stop Aero 5 from entering the state and arrest them by and all of that, put them for inside hotel and all that, but that's not be true. There's a video of Aero 5 saying that, and he quoted that it was the SSS through from power from above from Abuja. And everybody knows a P2B no get power over, or a governor no get power over SSS at that time. So let's quickly take a listen to El Rufai saying that again, so that we just
go in to have breakfast, and I was blocked by 3 SSS officials holding AK-47s and threatening me that they have directed the hotel room to go in to have breakfast, and I was blocked by 3 SSS officials holding AK-47s and threatening me that they have directives from Abuja to restrict me to my room. I said, on what basis? They said, well, that's their directive. I said, well, let me tell you that Nigeria is a democratic country. I have freedom to move, and I intend to move. I intend to go anywhere I want. You can't stop me from going. The very idea of restricting movement on election day is unlawful. Our constitution does not allow that. There is no law in Nigeria that says that anyone has the right to restrict movement during election. We are going to test that in the courts, because we want the courts to tell us under which law INEC or any agency of government can restrict the right of Nigerians to move around. Freedom of movement is a constitutionally guaranteed right. Nobody can stop you from moving around. I am accredited. I'm the Deputy National Secretary of the APC. I'm here on election duties, and I'm duly accredited. I tried to leave the hotel about 3 p.m. and they blocked the entrance to the hotel. They stopped everyone coming in and out. There are journalists from Radio France that came to interview me, they chased them away. These people are uncivilized, they are savages. But these are matters for the law. And there are courts in this
All right,
country.
so I hope we notice it and we don't see him clearly say, no be Peter Obi in mentioned there. In say, na SSS, na stop am. How do we continue like this? How we go take the continue like this with this kind of politics? Now, a video of Peter Obi in the past talking about the kind of politics they play and the kind of things they play also surface. And by the way, Peter Obi earlier today also thanked everybody we get they under a movement, obedient movement, and Nigerians and everybody will be say salute him and wish him well for inside in birthday, thanking them. And again, he don't come talk say they collect gift for in birthday also say everybody will be say they get gifts or may then redirect that gift to the poor. Say even as a governor, when people want give a gift, say redirect them to get given to the less privileged. He talked about how he redirected gifts. Where be say people will be won't build them house as the governor for in village because he say you not getting one house for village. Say the house they won't build them for in village. He asked them how much. They say about 200 million. And they want you say carry that 200 million help the poor. They use and build about I think primary schools for 3 different communities at that time. And then another people always say they won't do something for them. They use the money buy bus for people for different purposes. And he said that that's the way he's been, and not be because of say in the seek for higher position and I make a day like that. Saying that so in the day before. But let's just take a little look at that video that's been trending
I
about
always
him
say,
in the past.
people always say, what is your greatest achievement in Anambra State? I always say to them, bringing civility and order in governance. It is not about it's not about infrastructure. It's not about infrastructure. It's not about this or that. The bringing order in governance is more critical. Some of you might not know that the greatest problem we face is not just corruption, but even in discipline and irresponsibility of office holders. There's nowhere in the world you see somebody who is supposed to be a custodian of the law breaking the law consistently, except in this country. Because he makes sure he jumps the queue if other people are keen. He makes sure he does everything that is wrong. So for me, doing that was the most critical thing. Let me plead with all of you this night. Whenever people talk about you, all of you have been to good schools. I always have friends like you who tell me about Singapore and this and that. And what I tell them that if you go to Singapore, and that's the only example I'll use, the best people are in government. The best brain in government. I plead with all of you, as you enjoy and do whatever you do in your good office and everything, please do not leave governance to the least in the society. That's what we are doing today. The role models we have in government are the least in the society. And all of us are complaining. There's no way we won't complain. There's no way. People said to me, how were you able to save money? It was very simple. All we did was to shut down the cost of governance. In 8 years, I never had a governor's lodge in Abuja. Why should I have it? I don't live in Abuja. It's not necessary. As a governor's lodge in Lagos, you can go and sit at least for 25 years. I don't live in Lagos. Why should we have governor's office in Lagos? In one year alone, we cut the cost of governor's travel by 80%. Why? When they invite me to Abuja for meeting, I'm the only person invited. Why should I go with 30 other people who nobody invited? And they have no reason to be there. And that's what is happening. You don't need to go too far. No, it's important that you know that. That is what is their problem, the cost. I have to pay for 30 people, nobody invited for the meeting. They constitute a nuisance to the traveling public at the airport. I go to the hotel and pay for them. And you know, because they're idle, they eat more. Because they have nothing they're doing. Why should I pay for them? And that was the cost. And it's important that if you people get involved, because when people say, they say, where did you get the money from? We didn't get the money from anywhere. We had 12 governors' guest house when I started. I shut all of them down. I'm a married man. If I finish work, I go home. There's no reason why I should go to guest house. Because he's the governor. The governor has to live an exemplary life. it's important that you people, the reason why I'm saying this is for you to get involved. I give you one example that saved us over $500 million. Obasanjo was to visit Anambra State. In my tenure, he has phoned me. He's there, and they said, I have to build the presidential lodge. I said, the president doesn't live in Anambra State. Why should I build a lodge for him? By the time I know it, they have directed somebody who had already packaged contract of $500 million. I said, we will build the house. Within 6 months, we will complete it. I said, not as long as I'm here. You're not going to build this place. The president can come in the morning and go in the evening. He doesn't have to sleep here. He doesn't have to sleep here, and I'm not going to do it. When the president phoned me directly, when Obasanjo said, yes, he must sleep in Anambra State, I went to him. I said, Mr. President, it's very simple. I have a lodge as a governor. In my bed, everything is there. What I'm going to do, I went to his people, let me vacate this place for 1 month. For you people, you stay here. When you go, I come back. I don't need to build a new house. And believe me, they accepted my own position, but took my keys for 1 week. I asked my wife, listen, carry everything out. We'll go 1 week, let them stay here. He slept in my own bedroom and everything. And 1 week we spent in a hotel in Oka, 120,000 naira. That would have cost us $500 million. Why are we going to do it? We don't need a lodge. Because when people say it, they say, how did you do it? We shut down the cost of everything. And I can say it here, access people, banker here. I have in Anambra State, today I left, not even today I left, have at least $50 million. I didn't say naira in Access Bank. They have at least $56 million in Fidelity Bank, and they have at least $50 million in Diamond Bank, because we said we will save our money. We don't need to. But I'm saying all of you here can do it. There's enough money in this country. The irresponsibility, waste is too much. The greed is too high.
All right, so when I don't hear waiting Peter Obi talk, and of course, people, this video don't resurface because of waiting they happen now. So they talk about the rascality of people where we say they government. So this one don't come make the video resurface, and people don't they talk about them. Even as the Nigerian Labour Congress don't accuse the federal government and state governors of systematically crushing dissent voices, weakening democratic institutions, and illegally seizing workers' contribution, where it be say then describe as stealing workers' sweat. That's what they talk about. Somebody go on ask, say, wait to make them wake up from sleep. Now morning come for them. All right, Joe Ajere, they talk this on during the opening ceremony of the 21st Rain School of the NLC, where BC happened yesterday for inside Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Now there he did talk. And then get other things when they talk. In fact, they say the country don't they go on the brink of tyranny. Say they like say na people then we be say then to get that will be now be say we get for inside government. But this one, it go mean anything, it mean any difference for waiting they happen for inside government. Will it change anything? That now the question will be say a lot of people they ask. Now make work enter inside the one we get to do with Natasha matter, because if you like say it go show down tomorrow, as it be say Natasha what you done and don't talk, say nothing will make her mission no resume work tomorrow. And the Senate too don't drop line. Say you said you know go come back. So it be like say everybody don't draw their line. Now the Senate has warned the suspended lawmaker and Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to desist from forcefully resuming her legislative duties on Tuesday, tomorrow. Now the chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, Yemi Adaramodu, now he talked this one for inside statement when he gave out yesterday Sunday. However, Natasha they talk say nothing go make where she no go resume work, because now the work where she come to do. As I they talk to you, plenty people for inside Kogi State don't move from APC to PDP just because of Natasha matter and to support her. And people like Aisha Yosef don't talk, say, come rain, come shine. All of us, they go inside that National House of Assembly tomorrow. If Naki, Wakukuma kill all of us at once, make all of us die. We'll hear her response for inside
the suspension by the Senate is unconstitutional, and if something is unconstitutional, it simply means that it's unlawful. It should never have happened in the first place, especially something coming from an institution that is supposed to be the one upholding the Constitution. Because in a democracy, the legislative arm of government is the bedrock, is the one, that makes laws, is the one that is supposed to protect the institution. Because when you don't have, when there's no democracy, the first thing that is set aside is the Constitution, and also the legislative arm is scrapped. And for that body to be doing something that is unconstitutional, that says a lot. Having said that, also is the fact that the court didn't stop Natasha from going in. And so she has a right to resume office, because the court has ruled that whole suspension to be unconstitutional. First of all, the Senate it's not the one that made Senator Natasha a senator. It was her people that gave her that. And there's no way that you're going to deprive people who are probably in their millions the opportunity for them to have a representative at the Senate, and the legislative duties that she's supposed to take on, you take that away from them. Beyond that also is the fact that there was also a court ruling where the Senate was asked to stop when they were going on that proceeding of suspending her. They were asked to stop it, but they didn't obey the court ruling. So the Senate has shown, even to Nigerians and the public, that there's rascality, that it can do whatever it wants to do. And so it's also saying to the people, don't obey court rulings. For a body that is one of the two bodies that make laws, I mean, it's something that should worry every Nigerian. And I think that Senator Natasha has every right to resume office. And by tomorrow, by the grace of God, she's not going to resume alone. There are people who are going to go with her, and I'll be one of those people that will be with her and stand with her. And if the Senate decide that they're going to kill us, let them kill us, because at the end of the day, they've shown us that we are not wanted. Out of 109 senators, we have only 4 women, and then yet they keep, you go after them. You're going after this particular lady who has done nothing other than discharge her duties the way she should. And the same thing that they say, she has done, she didn't speak from a seat of where she is and all of that. How many other senators have done that, have even done worse than that? Even the Senate president himself has done worse than that. Nobody suspended him. Enough of us being treated in this country as if we are second-class citizens. So, yeah, she will resume by the grace of God tomorrow. She wants to be there, and as long as she's ready to be there, I will be by her side. And any
All right, so that's now waiting Aisha Yusuf for talk concerning her resumption. Well, make we see waiting go plow tomorrow, because it be like say it go be showdown tomorrow. But make we waka enter inside the one way happen with the protest that will be happen today for inside Abuja, as presidential candidates of the African Action Congress AAC Omoyele Sowore for the 2023 election. It don't follow together, join body with other people, them including Deja Deanjo and others them, as then talk say na lie, they follow police people, then we don't retire do and no go grey enter inside Abuja. Now reports carry and say the protests they important because they demand to improve welfare for personnel the way BCD for Nigerian Army. Now, the Nigerian Union of Retired Police Officers, they've been vowed to make sure say them pickets or them protests for inside the National Assembly complex, and thereafter move to the force headquarters, calling on immediate removal of the contributory pension scheme. Say that in na scam, because the thing that they contribute go anywhere. How much be your salary where you go contribute inside? When you can't contribute and finish, what thing you go? In fact, good make you carry your ear here waiting to be say people, then make you see the things that will happen for inside there. I mean, here waiting some people that will attend that protest and talk. Make you hear. This now earlier today when the protest
Police officers are not slaves. Your system is not slaves. We cannot agree anymore. Thank you very much.
So this story dey very sad because jokes apart, if you get to hear the amount with some police officers so they risk their life, they earn a salary. You can't even look about how much wey be say their gratuities and their pension will be. It go shock you. Do you know that in Nigeria, in this Nigeria where we dey like this, people still dey wey be say then they waka go bank. People wey don't work for government before, whether state, local government or federal, waka go bank, go collect 1,500 naira as their pension for that month. 1,500, that is 1,500. When no reach recharge card money, 9% they go, he go enter transport, go bank, go queue up to collect them. Old man, we don't serve the country for 35 years, retire, go enter bank, enter motor. If the money say pass the money we use, they enter even the motor self. This now how bad Nigerian government they treat pensioners and how poor their welfare be. And if you compare this one to the kind of benefits we say politicians they get, you go want say God forbid. Politician will serve only 4 years, even if not 4 years is serve for office, just like somebody serve 4 years now. He go get cars to himself, renewable every 2 or 4 years. He go get what did they call them? He go get house either in Abuja or Lagos. He go get overseas treatment. For us, for the number of him and his families, if you see the kind of package they give them, I don't even want to talk about the monetary value. You go collect salary. You come the one that say, I beg, waiting how it be say these politicians you serve their country, where it be say the civil servants they no serve their country rich. This nothing so it be say go they ask yourself. Maybe now waiting make people like Shaure and DJ Adeyanju get this to talk as
go around the country and look at the police barracks in the country. They are nothing to write home about. How can somebody serve the country for 35 years and after serving the country for 35 years, he lives with 1.5 million naira? Is that not equivalent to almost killing him and taking away the important part of his life? You are sapping all the energy from him. Look at the politicians in the National Assembly. They practically do nothing except stealing, and stealing through constituency project. But every month, they earn between 30 million to 50 million, depending on what if they are in a juicy committee. And what are we saying? The people keep saying that there's no money. There's no money, but look at all the money that is being stolen in the National Assembly. How can you say that there's no money to help and protect the people that are serving the country? The police, they are our first line of defense. When it comes to internal security, they are the ones responsible for almost everything in the country. How can we not take good care of them? Even if we cannot take good care of them while they're in active service, at least the leadership of the Nigerian police force and also the police service commission must take extreme measure to make sure that after the 35 years in service, that packages are ready for them. After all, we build homes for retired politicians. The president had just died. Was the country not taking good care of him? So why can't we take good care of our officers? Look at many of the old police officers here. They don't even look like someone that have 50,000, 100,000. It's so sad. How can somebody dedicate his life for the service of the nation? These people should have discounts when they are flying the plane. They should be treated as veterans, as they are treated in the US, in the UK, and in other climes. But alas, that is not the case in our country. So our call is for improved welfare, and not just for those who have served and left service, but those who are still in active service, and those who injured. You find a situation where a police officer is serving, he has gotten injured, they abandon him in hospital, they don't pay the bills. The only thing that can make people want to serve the country is when they are rewarded for service. We must incentivize a situation where the country values service. As currently constituted, Nigeria does not value service, and that is why people are stealing money. Look at the civil servants. Majority of them, they own half of the estates in Abuja and in Lagos, and they steal recklessly. Majority of the money that is recovered from loot, let's divert it into taking proper care of police officers who are out of service. Let us ensure a situation where if monies are recovered from proceeds of crime, let us establish various estates. As officers are leaving the service, you already know that you have a home that you can fall back to. A situation where you dedicate 35 years to serving your country, and you leave and the future is not assured. You will try to be as violent as possible. You will try to kill or even do armed robbery. So that is just what we are asking for.
So you kind of wonder why police extrajudicial killing na thing, and why it be say would they always talk about them. Sometimes some of them say they work with anger. And what you gonna wonder now? You can imagine if you work when it be say, even when you see the active service self, your take home, then they carry you go home. You see, civil servants in Nigeria, that is why nobody, I know, some people where they are abroad and other countries, they pray to work for government. In fact, when I been the civil service, when I work for federal government, those days when my people, then my friends and families, where they US and other countries, yes, they work for government, they say, you're very lucky, your job is a good one. You're working for government. I say, lucky, because to them, people where they work for government for those areas, then where they did too, they did very lucky. But another say the luck not be like that for inside Nigeria. If you know how much civil servants earn, and with so much effort they put in, that is why there is endemic corruption in the civil service. Because how the corruption go dey when approximately everybody will be say almost everybody will be civil servant, apart from except those will be say they level will be say they fit do corruption and tipu money. Almost every normal civil servant in take home, then they take them home. When your take home cannot take you home, when your expenses they more than your earning, how you go do? That is part of waiting make they get all this kind of corruption. They go begin put eye where they're not supposed to put. So why it be say the Nigerian government, politics, not before this administration alone, please don't point at this administration. Not be this administration alone. All the successive administrations. Why it they hard for them to improve the welfare of workers and citizens? But it is very easy and seamless to improve the welfare of politicians. You don't ever hear say politicians don't complain say they don't receive salary one day. You don't ever hear say they talk say, oh, this benefits you they get for them, they don't pay them. Well, I could go here with you already get to talk for inside that.
Let's go to your gas.
Yes.
Especially the man who is supposed to have retired like you, who refused to retire. Because they are the one who did not allow you to leave PENCOM. The reason why you are in PENCOM is because they have their children working at PENCOM. The former retired police officers are the ones managing PENCOM. There is no way they will allow you to exit PENCOM. It's true. The meaning of contributing to pension scheme is money you keep so that they can be using to do business. And they steal the money. Some of the biggest houses in this Abuja estate are owned by some of the police officers who are working in PENCOM. Some of them who used to work in the police payment system. They steal your money. Nigeria is the first place where a criminal has the audacity to steal police pension and got away with it. I've never heard it before. If you want to steal from anybody, will it be police? It is because the thieves are even stronger than the police. And I must say this to you, and this is very important. When we were planning to join you, people say we should not fight for the police. That police is the ones defending the people who are destroying Nigeria. They are right. But you are no longer able to even defend yourselves. But we are talking to those ones that are still in uniform, who are out today with riot gun and AK-47. If you don't leave the AK-47, AK-47 will leave you. Will leave you. Very soon, some of you cannot even carry the AK because of hunger and starvation. So please talk to your men. We want to go back to the police headquarters. They said they want to August if they don't listen to the cries of these policemen and these retired policemen that we have come to present to them today.
Mr. Showet, the spokesperson, the public relations officer for the Police and Service Commission has come out to say this protest is ill-timed and diversionary, that they are committed to the welfare of the retired police officers, both serving and retired. What is your call to the Police Service Commission at this point in time?
We are not here to call on the Police Service Commission or the police hierarchy that is led by a person who has retired, tired, and who has refused to leave. We are not talking, we are here on behalf of policemen, rank and file, who are suffering. So it is natural for them to issue their usual bogus and stupid statements
when people rise up for their rights. It is what they do. I think they have a template in their office that just put a date on the same statement. But that's not the issue here. Our concern is the well-being of these men, how they get their entitlements for those who are serving and those who are retired and those who are dead as well, whose family members have not been paid their entitlements. We are asking that there's no policeman in Nigeria that should not have a life insurance. There is no policeman in Nigeria that should earn less than 500,000 naira per month. The reason is that you cannot ask the police to be guarding a bank and the bank manager is better paid than the police that is protecting the money. The person doing the real work is the policeman that ensures that the bank is not robbed, not the bank manager who is writing how much is in the vault. So it is even small because 500,000 naira is about $300. That's nothing in a month. Whereas the senators who are in these places who barely come to work, an average senator takes home 30 million naira per month. And the policemen who are waiting at their gates cannot even buy paracetamol when they are done. And they are even the ones who help them pick up money, sometimes from their locations where they are paid bribery or where they get their cuts from whenever they engage in their corrupt activities. So we are saying enough is enough. It's as simple as that. We are not here to talk to their statement. We are here to talk about the well-being of these police officers, both serving, retired, dead, and their family members who deserve a better condition of service or after service. How could somebody serve this country for 35 years, 35 solid years, and they go home with 2 million naira? Some of them went home with 900,000 naira. Are you going to buy the charge card with 900,000 naira after 35 years? So even if we don't fight for them, it will be unconscionable on our part to ignore them, because the argument always is that, why are you fighting for police? Police is bad. Police is bad because Nigeria is also bad. Yes. The leaders of Nigeria are very bad leaders, and you cannot find a good police from a bad country. That is the truth. So we are going to continue our march towards the police headquarters. That's where we are coming from. We're urging the police.
All right, so I just won't drop this one here.
To
make we see. I'm waiting happen today, but well, the IGP don't also respond to them. He can't talk, say no. Unlike on they think we get the mind of now, we get on our mind well, and we do everything possible to make sure say we take care of our pensions. I beg, make on a cool temper. Say in they even discuss their matter for the highest office where they possible. So say make them calm down, because their conversation don't reach the mouth of the highest office possible, and say in they do everything possible to make sure say it bring their matter for there. So we hope say then go feel responsible. But honestly speaking, this is not unique or peculiar to the police force alone. Now matter we get to do with the whole of Nigeria. Honestly, the thing a bad one. But make we waka quick, sharply enter inside other conversations as CBC we dey here. Now as e get to do with Ganduje, say Matta bin come out earlier, talk say Ganduje no well, and say e dey in critical condition for inside London hospital. Even though at that, in chief of staff and of course the family members don't come out and say no, say they critical. But however, true, he no well, but say no bad like that. We go dey critical. It's not that bad. They okay. But say na London in day, saying be no well, small sickness, na don't go London. But Yahaya Bello wey just marry wife number 4 now don't define way to go abroad. Make you go collect your own treatment too. They don't want to make it they casual so they go fit, take care of his wife. Well, I don't understand this one because courts don't tell Yahaya Bello. So excuse me, Oga, we're not granting you anything. No, that's the way you want me to grant you. We cannot grant you it all. But the Abuja division of the Federal High Court today, Monday, denied former Governor Yahaya Bello request to release his passport to seek treatment abroad after presenting an unsigned medical report. They say, why you go for the report? Oh, God. Justice Emeka Nwite, now rule this one out. They say, Laila, when they give you the sickness, when they do you treat for Nigeria here. This one, they okay. So I tell her, say earlier today, before, say 3.6 billion naira every year in Nigeria being spent under President Muhammadu Buhari for health tourism. 3.6 billion naira. Now I'm not gonna cool down, listen to this gist because we talk about corruption we be see in high places for government, and you need to hear from this exclusive way be see People's Gazette carry come out, and then nobody don't condemn this one yet, so it go good make you read them now. The family of a major general, wey name na Major General Erema Akerejola, Then don't sama accusation on top in head. Say the Nigerian army oga patapata, they thief millions of dollars. Not be naira, millions of dollars money wey be say they allocate for soldiers welfare and to use buy equipment. Say those money wey dem allocate for soldiers welfare and equipment. Say this oga Major General Erema Akerejola, say they thief the money, divert am, use the money, loot am to use do private businesses, buy and purchase personal assets abroad. That is, buy houses and other properties abroad. This na according to People's Gazette report. I no write this report. Now People Gazette carry and come out. So if you want hold, go hold them responsible. Now for inside waiting People's Gazette, make a write and the way you read and the way they use write time, so that you not say no be my handwriting. In a blistering petition to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission (ICPC), Mr. Akerejola's, that is my family, Mr. Akerejola's family, led by his cousin, retired Major Fimihan Akerejola, detailed how the general has been maintaining businesses and properties in the United States with stolen money stolen from the military. Say money where it thief for military, now use they maintain businesses abroad. Unless as a bloody army officer, how you go use get money where they use maintain business and buy house for abroad? That's the question. What did they ask me that? Still quoting People's Gazette further. In his document, which anti-graft sources shared with People's Gazette, a former chairman of the Ogori Magongo local government area of Kogi State and Mr. Akerejola in 2017 established a private company, EMI Scanners Integrated Services Limited, named using the initials of his three children. One of him became name, na Aaron, the other one, na Male, and the other one, okay, I think the other one, Aaron Male, they be 19, and then Mabi Bora, male, will be 21-year-old. And of course, Isovie, will be female, will be 16 years old. Now, the three names that you use call the company EMI Scanners Integrated Services Limited. Say if they use this company now to secure contract from military before rerouting the proceeds to the US to procure personal assets. Written by People's Gazette. Now, EMI scanners with the registration number RC 1401640 as reported by Gazette, which has Mr. Akerejola's father, Olugbeniran Akerejola, mother, Grace Akerejola, and maternal cousin, Bosse Jangbadi, as directors, was reportedly used as a front for siphoning military budgets, mostly through army logistics contracts, according to the petition. Hey, when they talk saying security, they stop, insecurity, they stop. The budget when they put for security of this thing, they enough, they enough. The small one self will still day. See what they use the money do. According to this report, too. Now, Mr. Akerejola further detailed how Major General Akerejola used Toba Oduwaye, the army's chief's first cousin, as a proxy to fraudulently secure small and large military contracts from several departments on his behalf. According to People's Gazette, they say they could not reach Mr. Udumayi for comments. Now, in addition, the petition said Mr. Akerejola collaborated with her husband Mrs. Akerejola collaborated with her husband in the contract racketeering scheme by opening different shady companies in the United States and Nigeria. Different small businesses like that, including LBCS LLC, business with ID number, registered in Atlanta under her own name. In fact, the business name na LBCS LLC business, ID number 180300370. Then registered am for Atlanta with her name, which serves as part of the couple's various fronts to secure deals from the military. Now, Major General Akerejola, according to the report, appeared to have devised the fraud while leading the logistics and procurement department of the Nigerian Army, according to the petition. Say this style, say it get them when they be saying they lead the head of the logistics and procurement department. Now, the family said the couple channeled the ill-gotten money, mostly earmarked for military hardware and hardware procurement for soldiers fighting on active front lines against terrorism and banditry across Nigeria. The money they come up to use buy some kind of bongo equipment them for soldiers and where they battle bandits, Boko Haram and the rest of them. They use them to purchase various properties, including an apartment with 5 beds and 4 bathrooms, where they sit down at 4,100 square feet of land at 11860 Old Station PI, Alpharetta GA 3004149. And I know the address, I'm not gonna go find them. I don't know. Now, the large property or the large property traced by the Gazette at the suburban Atlanta neighborhood is worth 1.3 million US dollars. This property, 1.3 million US dollars, according to asset documents reviewed by the People's Gazette reporters. Mr. Akerediola failed to declare the assets in violation of the Federal Code of Conduct Bureau for public officers. Officials' family with the matter said. Now, Mr. Akerediola said other family members have faced threats from military or the military chief amid their fierce opposition to the use of stolen public funds to solve family matters. Say people wait up for the family, say, why you they carry money where be say they supposed to use the fight, they use and solve your personal problem. They threaten them. Say they don't face very serious threats because of that one. But him now, he won't talk about that. Major General Akerediola evaded several requests from Gazette, according to People's Gazette, to comment on both the allegations and attempts to unleash violence on family members for speaking out. A spokesperson for the Nigerian Army declined to comment over the weekend. But the institution defended Major General Akerediola in 2023 when he was first accused of acquiring foreign assets. While the army at the time argued that those assets were obtained by his wife. What did she work? The Gazette's findings contradicted that claim, as property documents showed that the military chief had bought the assets himself. Now, a spokesperson for the ICPC acknowledged receipt of the petition and stated that its forceful allegations were being reviewed. Meanwhile, the EFCC could not immediately comment on the ongoing investigation. Now, this case marks the latest corruption scandal to hit the Nigerian military, as it were, following the sentencing of another top general, Omar Mohammed, a former group managing director of Nigerian Army Properties Limited, for more than 7 years imprisonment over 3.3 million US dollar fraud in 2023. The arguably most notorious case involving retired Nigerian General Colonel and the Nigerian General Colonel of the Nigerian Army and the former National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki, and for allegedly stealing more than 33.2 billion naira in funds allocated to purchase arms for soldiers in the fight against Boko Haram. This one said it don't stay there unsolved because we never still know the end or the beginning of that matter. Now, this gross mismanagement within the several branches of the Nigerian military meant that the soldiers are often forced to endure gruesome conditions, and largely depend on obsolete weapons or obsolete equipment while on various deployments across West African nations. Earlier this year, several soldiers lamented the delay of payment in their scare scheme allowance, a vital component of their compensation package to ease financial burden for people then, saying the crisis has been intensified since Lieutenant General Olufemi Oloyede, the now Oga Patapata in chief, take power. Saying it don't do worse right now. My dear people, as I make I tell on this story, what time don't come, make gonna call me, make gonna begin tell me waiting on I think for inside this matter. It is so bad. If people feel serve a country and then people where they in charge of the supposed country, they treat money them like this for inside the country, then it is very, very unfortunate for people to go through this kind of thing. For a country where they say they lay their lives for, And so you remember there was a video earlier this year. I think I played that video of a particular young army officer accusing top army personnel. Remember that? And then they accuse them, top army officers, of the kind of things and way be say they do, of how now them the siphon money we get to do with them. How now then they colobi money and the money then what did they colobi now waiting they use do the things and what did they do? How it be say then they impoverish them. In fact, video don't also come out earlier this year where it be say they show the quality of food where these army officers did they chop. If you see soup, water, the swallow self now nothing to write home about. This is very, very unfortunate. Okay, good evening, Oga Tony Chukudi. Welcome, sir. I say Tony from Chicago. You're welcome, sir. I'm fine, thank you. Welcome. Go ahead and just kindly jumping in the conversation.
Thank you so much. Sister, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
Take your time in Nigeria. You are doing it for us. That's still fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
So much.
No problem.
Yeah, my I come in this way. I think to His Excellency Peter Obi, this is the high time he should stand up as a man. This is high time he should stand up as who want to be the general commander of Nigeria. He's no longer a baby. He's no longer a woman. He must be a man. He has tolerate a lot of insults, and the insult is now getting to the mud. Look at what the Benue people did it first time, the governor did it first time.
Yes.
He didn't raise any dust. Now this man has done it. Now after this man, I think the SU, the Senate Union President, said his own too. Only for P2B. Is it the only person in Nigeria? What has he committed? Why can't you I like the way of Ekele Okonkwo.
Yes, the way he responded to it. Yes, when he said that because of saying like Igbo man, say they not go fit do that into any northerner. Yes, he said it.
Exactly. You still got. I mean, okay, if this happened to Atiku,
No, they won't dare it. They can't do that to Atiku. As that Edo APC chairman, they talk say the only PDP they get, they don't even get ADC. If ADC go there, air of fire Atiku, they cannot do jack.
When the time comes, they will go there.
They no fit do jack.
Okay, look at Showore. He told the governor of Edo State, try it on me and I will take boys and come and there and put me for out of that place. He can't try to any other politician. They cannot try, but they're still happy to be a gentleman. Nigeria love for them. That's why I believe that Obi should, is either he leave politics, face his family, or go under someone like Atiku. Let them take that break for him. Than for him to go and messing himself, this is getting out of hand. People like that looking at him, is he really ready for what he's want to do? You want to be the commander of chief of armed forces of Nigeria, and you're beginning from the weak side. No.
But why do you think he's acting weak? Do you think he's acting weak really?
I don't know. I'm getting confused too. He has the massive followers with you. Do you think the difficult place to arrest Nigeria today is P2B? Because massive followers he has. So now, with all these followers you have, he cannot even speak out. To me, I don't think, okay, look at what is happening again. But though I'm not surprised, I want to let you know that Baba Ahmed, I don't think he has seen that if Obi continue with AD, Obi will not pick him as, they will not allow him to pick him as a VP. That's why I see what's happening. I don't see any reason why Abure should visit Mwike last week.
And Baba Ahmed visits.
Baba Ahmed visited. A lot of things going on. Baba Ahmed visited, and then I don't think something is getting out of. It's not rhyming. That's why Obi need to make a statement. Come out and make a statement. Be a man. If you want to be under article, you go under article. Stand down to talk to your people before it gets too late. Oh, please, I have to do this thing with this man. let me go close to the power. Let me help to arrange our country. Start early to talk to your people. And because obedience are the one that are making the man look as if he really don't know what he's doing. But when you look at I know Obi can win the election, but will they give him the power? No, they will not, because they know it's a weak side. But if Atiku marshal with Aero 5, I mean, those kind of before you take away their power for the northern side, it will be a difficult task. But not somebody like Obi. He's already showing to everybody. To me, even me myself, cannot even tell me that kind of thing. Of being a president in coming. Please, Obi should stand up and decide what he wants. If it's for Labour Party, go for Labour Party. If for PDP, go. If you for AD, go and stand with AD. Be with them at any state. Define yourself. Proclaim that you're a man. This man has belonged to. You don't be one leg this side, one leg this side, making people getting confused. You have VP with you last time. He's not dancing with this Abu.
Are you sure he's not doing that to favor Obi?
He's not. He cannot be. You know what Wike stands for. How can this man say he went to see Wike? It's a private discussion. It's a private discussion. One private discussion I have with here, the worst enemy everybody knows in politics today. Because what they are trying to do is to lure to be back to a lower party, so that it will become three-way hot race again. Nigerians, as people forgotten what mistake we did last time. Everyone was shouting, I didn't mean it would be an article was together. It would be a disciple. Why are they trying to repeat that same mistake again?
All right.
But that's what they want to do now. They want to put him back to a lower party. So if you go to a lower party now, Ababule will say, yes, he gives to a lower party. Then I article will get AD. Then the game is over. That's what they're trying to do now. But they know if it will be bound with the article, it's all over for Tinubu. I don't know why people cannot understand this we did last time. Are we going to do it again?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Hi, Precious. Good evening.
Hi. Is this Laura?
Yes.
Laura.
Yes,
good evening. Welcome.
I agree with some of the things the last speaker just said, but not everything.
Okay.
You know, I saw your show for this evening earlier.
Okay.
I was busy.
Okay.
I don't know, there was a guest you had and you were speaking to the person.
Yes, sir.
I suspect, I was just laughing. The whole scenario is making me laugh because clearly both the ADC, Peter Obi, Dati, everybody is just playing cat and mouse.
So you think it's just a deliberate game that all playing, right?
See, I think the ADC, obviously they want to have an open primary. That's the body language. We don't know how true it is.
That's what they've insisted. They've said that before. They don't talk. I'm saying waiting. They want to do. They won't do open primaries.
Yes, so they don't. I don't think they want to zone. I think they want to do an open primary.
But if they won't do open primaries, why not adopt direct primaries? Why indirect primaries? What's the need for having delegates? Why not tell every registered member of the party, oh yeah, you get the right to vote for anybody to be the president? Why limit it to just a number of people?
The answer to that question is this Saturday. On this particular Saturday on Channels TV, I think their sunrise program, Reverend Sam Adeyemi was there and was talking about leadership and vision. And they asked him, why do we keep getting bad leaders? And he said, what are the chances that if 50 people gather together, what is the chances that if a collection of thieves gather together to choose one person, what is the chance that they will not choose a thief?
Good.
You know, so the general people, the ADC, from the body language, you know they want to choose one of their own. Is it Arigbe that will give a chance Peter, no, these are not people. If it's these are not people of good conscience, so they will not. So Peter will be zoning to the south. If he will not zone it to the south, I will go 3-way. That's why you see all the threats and all that stuff. So those people who are worried, oh, what is that doing? I also want to speak to Nigeria. Nigeria should stop being babies. Nobody's going to baby feed you or spoon feed. Stop being babies. Use your head and think. Can't you see that Nana Kazari was there behind him?
Yes.
He's bidding, he's working both ways. One side with the neck with Alex Oti have done their bit, and then he has sent Dati obviously this way. You connect the dots what Dati said after the coalition thing. So this is them posturing to the coalition that we are all that going to campaign for the
we don't like it.
Doing this. This is them posturing themselves to say, I have an option if you don't give me the ticket. And worst case scenario, right? So there's 2 years remaining in this 4-year term roughly for Tinubu, and then there's the other 4 years, that's 6 years, right? And then he knocks and goes for what? 4 to 8 years. What does that mean? He's 60 something. If he wants to contest in his 70s, 10 years from now, he can choose if he wishes. So the people who don't have age on their side is Atiku. The person who is more desperate is Atiku. The person who, if he doesn't go this time, it is almost literally over for him, is Atiku, because he's 79 this year. And then if you add 6 years, he will be 85. And that is already like a football age. That's not like real age. Who knows what is the age you used to get to customs. So, and it is difficult for someone like him to reduce his age because he's in customs, his data, everything is there. So he can't give a more football age than whatever football age
he already had.
Given. So it's not like Tinubu that was 82 and because of elections became 72. Like the way who sang that song, Felix Liberty. If you ask him to say my age na 21, the last time na 20, so just bubble and shuffle, that kind of thing.
Yes.
We age backwards in Nigeria. So Nigerians should also stop. I don't know if it's obedience I want to speak to Nigerians. They should also stop being babies. Nobody's going to baby feed you. Let us grow up. This is all posturing. It is also hedging their bets. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. And then the ADC coalition, they are in a situation where they've all teamed up together and they want clearly an Atiku who is desperate. However, Precious, you see this ADC coalition thing? Yes, everyone is saying it's Atiku that organized it and this and that and that. But they've been planning all this 18 months or so and we did not know. And who says the primaries is going to be Atiku's? Did you see Tambuwal's message to Peter Obi?
Of course, I talked about it yesterday. You didn't see it. I talked about it yesterday.
Oh, okay. At the end of the day, Tambuwal may be saying to himself, you know what? I've supported this Baba enough times. I've stepped down for you. Me, I also have ambition. Do you understand? Because they already know that Peter Obi will never take. Peter Obi will rather not contest than take a VP slot. Right? And they need him in the coalition. You see all those veiled threats that, your political career will be ruined. Peter Obi's followers they are people who are, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are educated. You can't tell them that Peter Obi's political career is, the man's political, it's like Trump, is like MAGA people. You understand? Those ones, they only hear good, they hear come back. So, do you understand? And they are independent thinkers. Obi cannot tell them who to vote for or something. So even if you don't give Obi the ticket and Obi says, oh, please come and support this person, they will tell him that you should sit down. The way they warn him during all these spaces they hold. So that's that. They are independent thinkers. So the coalition needs him because without him campaigning within the coalition, even if it's not on the ticket, without him campaigning, they know they are in trouble. Okay, let's park that to one side. I want to take a controversial position.
Okay.
I want to take a controversial position.
Interesting. Let's hear.
As much as I've supported Obi, I've given my money and I continue to support Obi because I have zero faith in Atiku. But let me say something. An Atiku's government, which I do not support, and Atiku's government will not seize River State and spend 77 billion, according to Hilda Dokubo's video, which you played on Freeform days. Will an Atiku government trifle Nigeria's money? Yes, but I don't think an Atiku government will go ahead and destroy our democracy. I don't know if it's you or Aisha Yusufu that posted a video that's the way Obi was saying the most important and the most critical thing for him in government, if he gets the chance to be in power, is to remove rascality from government.
I just played it this evening.
Look, Tinubu has taken PDP's rascality under Obasanjo. He has taken it to another level. Because what is this? How can you be spending 24 billion? It's like Tinubu just put that man there. Even Yes and Wike has shot himself in the foot because it's not Yes and Wike that's collecting the money, it's Tinubu that's collecting the money. It is Tinubu's government if it's not him. All the money that they say Abbas is spending for this it is clearly going to be used to buy election and buy votes. So, unfortunately, you see, I've learned to be rational. If you are fighting war, precious, you take a position. There are no emotions. When we had COVID in the UK, when the government was briefing us every evening, they said, unfortunately, we have to move to wartime triage. Wartime. In other words, if there are 100 people infected with COVID, we will leave the aged who have little or no time to live and will struggle to save the young. That was why many people died here. It's not because they were in facilities. It's because we have an aging population in the UK and they have to use what they call a wartime triage. In other words, if so many soldiers have been born in war, who has the better chance of survival? Do you understand?
Yes,
those are the people they will spend scarce resources on. Anyway, that's that. So let me come to the position I'm going to take.
Okay.
I'm an obedient and supported Obi. But if you look at the mathematical game on the ground, the South, people don't have liver to defend their votes. I'm not
So you're tilting towards Kenneth Okonkwo now.
Yes, unfortunately, I have to remove bias. If you go to the north, yes, in the last election, APC also cut some of PDP's votes. They cut some of Atiku's votes and gave to Tinubu in some parts where he's not supposed to get 25%, and they cut and they added to him. But if you see the position that the entire north is taking, even Tinubu gets the gist, which is why as soon as power changed, as soon as Buhari died, he realized that power has changed hands, and quickly he moved and he scanned around the north and he said to himself, who are the next in line in terms of power brokers in the north? Okay, IBB, let me give his son this. But you see, IBB is not a CPC. The real power brokers, IBB is sick. IBB can only have a voice in terms of if IBB should contest primaries in the north right now, he won't make it. Unfortunately, that's the person who has consistently been running the second highest number of votes. Unfortunately, I don't like him. It's Atiku. I don't like him.
But looking at Atiku's votes, majority of his votes, they come from the south. They even come from the north. You know that, right? In votes, most of Atiku vote, they even come from the north. You know that, right?
Look at how Buhari won his last election, right? Buhari won his 2015 election by running against a southern incumbent, pulling the majority of his votes, and he only needs one region in the south. Only one region in the south.
It wasn't just about that. We know wetin make Buhari win that election, apart from the Western influence and all that. If what's his name? Jonathan had won that election, he would have served for 10 years. Even people within the south will be the form like said in the support and they were supporting him. Because they too don't notice, say, go they good making it for 10 years. Do you understand? And I think that was just PDP being ill advised by giving Jonathan the ticket at that time.
That's the one thing that's working against Atiku right now. the fact that it is the time of the South.
That sentiment is large. Can I blow your mind? A lot of people within the ADC will be in the ADC but work against him if he insists on running.
No, I'm even coming to that point.
Do you understand? Because I mean, you know why? You know why? Because again, the Northerners don't they push him too much. I know the sentiments I see within the politicians. As much as I know we have a lot of Southerners supporting him. People don't they look and like say, must the North always do this anytime a Southern person is in government?
I'm coming to. I was even going to come. Do you know? You remember that I was talking about Aminu Tambuwa saying, I've been stepping down for this, Baba is saying enough now. Do you remember I said that before I talked to the article one? So that's why I said when I was listening to you earlier in the day, I was laughing because there's a lot of political subterfuge that's going on. The body language of Erufai.
And Erufai is still likely in Obi's camp. Erufai is very largely in the Obi's camp.
It shows, Precious, you are too intelligent. What I was going to say, taking it right out of my mouth. You see, Erufai is going to betray Atiku.
And he's not doing it because he's against the North. He's also doing it for his own interest. You know why? In one day calculative. In one day, in know the sentiments and in no one go against the sentiments. He wants to be calculated.
There's something there are many things that are at play here. You see what Tambuwal did there? He showed his hand too quickly. But Tambuwal there are people in the North who are from the Northwest. Tambuwal is Sokoto Northwest.
Yes.
Erufai is Northwest.
Yes.
Kwankwaso is also
Northwest.
doing behind the scene talk to want a VP ticket. APC is wooing him because if they take Kanu votes and add it to the Rivers votes, which they're going to steal and just write for themselves.
You think they will really steal Rivers votes and get away with it?
With those two, nobody's going to come out to vote.
Laura, I swear to you, calm down to 2027. Calm down. It's not by all these ones that is happening. Just calm down.
Precious, okay, let's leave that. Let me not talk about Nigeria because Nigeria,
Nigerians, they confuse you, Abi. The way they do their things.
No. Not Nigerians. Not Nigerians. The political calculation, and nobody can be forthright because of the kind of tortoise that everybody's dealing with. Everybody's dealing with a tortoise. The person in office is a very wise man. I say you have to give it to him. He's sagacious, not for good things, not for governance, only for politics.
You see. Can I tell you something? You see, that sagacity is what I have a problem with. I'm sorry for people who market the president and say, "Oh, it's a game. It's about the result and all that." I'm sorry. People who know, and that is the reason why we should even vote such things out, because we can't continue in a country where we put people who have questionable character, not in terms of his personal character right now, but in terms of his style of playing politics. If what he's saying is what people are saying, if you ask my opinion, because why would you want to play dirty politics where you will not play a fair game just because you want to win election? Because that is cowardice.
What PDP played when PDP was in office is dirty politics. We increase our numbers by 2,000. No, that's dirty politics.
You think APC hasn't done worse?
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying to you now, Precious.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying if you say that, I'm saying you are using the words you're using are too kind.
Okay.
What PDP did is dirty politics. What Tinubu is doing is mafia. This is how mafia play. Mafia do not believe in competing.
But that one, then that is no longer democracy when you don't believe in competing. When you try to clamp down on every... Exactly.
Do you know what Kenneth Okonkwo said? He said there will be no election. They are going to write the results. There is a recording that Professor Chidodi Kalu did on Mindset Space on Twitter. I listened to it over YouTube because I've cancelled my Twitter account because of Nigeria. I don't want to be wasting my time with them. And then he said, he said Atiku and Peter Obi should get out of the scene if they are not willing to lead a national protest to take the country beyond the brink.
And the way the body language of Obi right now, you're not also seeing Obi as somebody who perhaps may have a reason to do that in the nearest future. But Angels will take it easy.
I'm not blaming Obi.
Okay.
Before Obi does anything, he has to think it in 10, 15, 20 different outcomes? If I do this, what will happen? If I do this, and thank God that a lot of people around him understand. Like the way Kenneth answered the question, there is the Igbo factor, there is the Southern factor, there is this. If it was a Northern and Okpeolo will not do all those things. Let's put all of those aside first. See, let's come back to the ADC. If you listen to...
You help me hurry up. People are waiting to jump in on the conversation, so please be quick. Okay.
There's a conversation that Babache Lawal had with Laolu on Inside Sources or something like that on channels. And he was talking about how the lobbying went about in terms of the primaries. Do you know that is how it also happens in the US? If you go and look or read the story of how Barack Obama, when he ran against Hillary Clinton, I think in his first, when he was going to come for his first tenure to get to win the US election, this is how people lobby for delegates. And I think the DNC, Democratic National Convention, I think they're using direct delegates. The only thing is, you're not allowed to use this bribery and corruption that we do. See, there is intense politicking going on. And I have a feeling that the Northwest people, Kwankwaso has not showed his hand, but Kwankwaso, Tambuwal, and what's this guy's name? El Rufai. Between the three of them, they are angling. Not El Rufai. I don't think El Rufai wants to be a VP. El Rufai just has... The man is that kind of a person that when he has something against you... Have you heard his story when he was talking about that when he was a child, a particular child that offended him, he made sure that no matter how long, he kept pouring sand in the child's food, dealt with the child until the child's parent is a very, very vindictive human being. I don't see him as trying to come back to government. El-Rufai will survive. He's a first-class material. He will survive with or without, whether he's in or outside of government. He will survive. He will go and do his PhD, look for professor. If he wants to be a president later, he can come back and contest.
If he shock you, Laura, but just go ahead.
Between Tambuwal and Kwankwaso, and a lot of the Northwest people, there is a lot of internal jockeying.
Of course.
Yes, Atiku may be the one who has convened the alliance, but there is a lot of internal jockeying for who will vice the Southern candidate. So we may just be shocked. We may just be shocked that within the North, the power play would outplay Atiku. It just could very. The only thing is,
I hope you know
electoral law that says if you contest in a primary, you cannot go to another party to contest in another primary. And when you look at the David Mark, the regulation, nobody in Nigeria trusts any of those people to conduct a fair primary. And see, you know what they are doing? They are also leaving all of us and APC guesses because the way they've done it now, they've put chairman of the party to be from the North. And typically, when a party wants to bring a person from
the South, that's what they do. Yes.
But then they've called him interim chairman. So they've put all of us guessing. And because they have put all of us guessing, there is that politics of ADC, right? But there's also the politics of Obi saying zone it to the South or I will walk away from the table. And they know that to win, if they take a northern candidate, let's just say they went with a northern candidate.
There'll be southern sentiment too. There'll be lots of southern sentiment, I can assure you.
No, if let's just use the example. If they go with a northern candidate, they need to win one zone, one geopolitical zone, and that is the southeast. And they cannot win the southeast without Peter Obi. So they need it. But if they go with a southern candidate, they need someone who has influence in the north, who will tell the people, northerners, if we say this is the person we are voting for, all of them will follow suit. Kwankwaso did not do well outside of Kano.
No, he didn't. He didn't
do quite well.
So now, Laura, there is also the sentiment of the North saying that they make for the majority of the population in Nigeria, and they should keep having the presidency. There is also that sentiment.
You know what I've been doing, Precious? I've been listening to Gen media because many times when people are having spaces, he puts it on YouTube. Again, I've cancelled my Twitter account. So when I listen, this Sunday, I was listening to some of these northern, I don't know if I will call them children. They were just talking, we do this. I just look at this and I say, God, if not that the kind of character that Tinubu is, I want Tinubu to finish his second tenure. There are things that Tinubu
he would do.
Baba,
But I have a problem with that. You see, that's where I have a problem with Nigerian politics, and that's exactly what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan did during his tenure. The whole of that, his first tenure, he used it to appease the North, doing all their Majuri schools and all that. Otweke, where he comes from, there was even no road to his place. Do you understand? Must you keep your best for the last? That's the question.
Tinubu has been dealing with the North. Don't forget that this tax bill, they've been very much against it. This new tax law, they've been against it. I went to this guy, Dan Bello's Instagram. You need to go and see some of the posts. I don't like that guy. You need to go and see some of the posts he's been putting up. Oh, they've carried this number of jobs from NNPC. They've moved it to the south. They've carried this number of jobs from CBN. They've moved it to the... Why should everything be in Abuja in the first place? Precious, I am online applying for jobs here in the UK to move from private sector. I want to move to public. As one gets older, I just want to move to the public sector. Precious, it is a thing in this UK that different government departments are scattered all over the country. There is, in Liverpool, you see some government office. In Manchester, you see some government office. In London, you see some government office.
So they are all not headquartered in one place.
No, they scattered it. Somebody got a job in a particular part of the civil service. They say they told the person you can do it in Scotland. You can do the job in Scotland, in London, or in one other place. They gave the person 3 options of where the person can work as their main location. I am from, is it DEFRA? Is it Department of Trade? Is it Department of the Office of the Commonwealth, Foreign and Commonwealth Office, Soil and wanting, Defense, even Defense. Defense is scattered. You have Defense in Bristol, the main one. You have small in office in Ozigin.
Thank you, Laura. Let me talk to others now. Thank you so much.
So, you see this northern... Sorry, let me say one more thing. Precious.
Yes, please.
See, if not that Tinubu has destroyed our democracy and that fear of a third term and him altering our constitution, I would say let Tinubu just read. You know why?
Why?
Peter Obi don't get delivered to deal with these people. You see this state creation, Tinubu wants to equalize the number of people in the north and in the south.
That's what you think. You know another thing. So there's a part where people are also complaining on the side from my investigations, where people are saying that most of the agencies, most of Tinubu's favoritism for the south just goes to southwest alone. Every other part of the but that's the thing. Every other part of the south is left out. At least Buhari's administration was not only for the northwest. It wasn't. It was for the north generally, especially the northeast and northwest. But right now,
if you hear Babachel Lawal house, he was complaining that a lot of Tinubu. See, it is because we are not from the north. If you go and listen to the northerners in some of their interviews, they are complaining that when Buhari was in office, it was too much of Fulani and northwest people. A lot of the northeast did not get stuff. That they will count only 6 or 7. There was also that complaint if you micro go into their matter.
So can I blow your mind? Can I blow your mind, Laura? Now, Buhari's own may have been just for the most leadership positions. As I speak to you, people are complaining that most departments, agencies, and parastatals, their heads, subheads, most major positions are being turned to only Southwesterners. That's the complaint I get. So not just, for instance, if you go to customs, it's not just the controller of customs, the other subheads too. Do you understand? But that is not, how do we move forward in this country like that? That's the question. People were saying that Buhari wasn't even that bad. He just concentrated on the major heads alone.
See, this is why Obi supporters are saying, Peter Obi supporters are saying, if they don't give it to the Southerner, let Tinubu continue. Because there is almost no difference between any of these people. This whole group of people, the ADC, the APC, is 2 sides of the same coin. They are not the same. This is why people are saying it has to be Peter Obi. Because
Laura, thank you. Please let others jump in on the conversation. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you always. Thank you so much for joining us. I have Mr. Emmanuel Adebanjo joining us. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, sir. Please help us make it quick. It's almost 11 p.m. here in Nigeria, so I can go to bed. Welcome, sir.
Oh, I didn't even know you were in Nigeria. Believe me, I did not.
Yeah, I am in Nigeria. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you,
Thank
MP.
Thank you, sir.
Marvelous
Oh,
question.
you're the
Thank
one
you.
who calls me MP. Yay! Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Go ahead. Just jumping on the
Now,
conversation quickly so we
now,
can accommodate
yes,
others. Mm.
in the year 2023, before the elections, I warned my friends. I told
Mhm.
my friends before the election that you guys, you don't know who you are dealing with. I said, I know Obi will win the election and the
Mm.
elections will be rigged. What are you going to do after the elections? I'm still surrounded by the same friends. And I told them that if you are not careful, the same thing that happened in 2033 will repeat itself in 2027.
Hmm.
Because this is a very, very dangerous person you are dealing with. So, and I will want Mr. Obi to take special care about his security. He should be very, very careful.
So
It's
you
not,
think that
it's
he may
not,
be assassinated? After all, nothing will happen at the end of the day if he's
well,
assassinated.
well, I'm not going to, I don't have the facts like this is. I'm not going to say anything I cannot defend on TV. But if you see people disappearing or dying mysteriously before elections, before in Nigeria, then it may not be far-fetched for anyone to be extra careful. So that's what I mean. Now, concerning this ADC coalition,
Mm-hmm.
definitely Abubakar Atiku set up that coalition for himself.
So,
So must be very careful to be, not to be lured, not to waste time. They have to zone that position to the south, Let's not even say southeast, to the south.
just to the south, and he
And we,
contests. Hmm.
yes, if they cannot assure him within the next 2-3 months, I think he should move on. Obi can do it alone. He has done it before.
Hmm.
He did it in 2023. I was not in Nigeria. I know what happened. All my folks, they voted for Obi in Lagos.
Hmm.
And that's one problem I have with some of my Igbo friends. I say, look, you are not the people that voted in Lagos. You are not the people that voted Obi in Lagos. It was majority of Yoruba people.
Yorubas.
Everybody was
I
fed
can
up.
raise my three hands up because I have lots
So
of Yoruba. In fact, almost all my
yes,
Yoruba friends voted Obi. I can
so
see that categorically.
now, and I've always warned them, don't play into the hands of these people.
Hmm.
Immediately they knew what happened during the presidential elections, they now mounted a big propaganda against the Igbos
I'm telling you.
and started saying everything against the Igbos. And some Igbos, they were also falling for that prank. And they too were trying to reply there. I said, look, you people should be careful.
Oh dear, network will not let us get to the end of that conversation. Hello, sir. Hello. All right, sincere apologies. Let's talk to, is it Robinson now? Robinson Omani. Robinson Amani. Robinson, how far?
I did all my stuff, but now
I didn't know your side. Oh, yeah, put my for talk.
my
Sharp,
time,
sharp. Hmm.
yeah, man. The whole thing with the happen be say, man. This whole, in fact, so we just started program. I just listen now. My head on full. Where won't go? Like that problem, man. You're like still like you're just a masquerade. We say you don't dance enter inside market. Sure that. I will not just know who go hold am. We go cool down.
Mhm.
The people in Nigeria, they hot. Everybody gets you on with the, the thing I want to talk now be say now this Obi matter and also for waiting that Edo governor, also to my sister for Rivers State, which they talk regarding the government where they run for entire Rivers State. The whole
Hmm.
situation in Nigeria. Be say, okay, so first of all, that Obi on be say I just think I would prefer make Obi for now, maybe like as the other person be the talk 2 months, make it just help the people waiting he won't do now. Because like we just dey keep quiet. Because this journey no be people like the obedience, of which almost an average Nigerian today now obedience anyway. You know what okay. But people
I
even
not
know
be
where
obedient though. I be obedient. You give me membership.
no, I say average. You know me say
Oh,
if you
so I
know
not be
the
average.
I don't-
Go ahead, Robinson.
okay. No, it's true because today now he's the new bride in market. Because nobody go talk wait no be. Everyone will be. Every pikin today now will be. You understand? Because the guy did calm. Even though he don't did before, because I know say somehow instead they try protect himself as a as a person. Person because he looks okay. He don't want use the hand take rob dirty people. She understand? He dey try want do safe politics. So he just want use a systematic politics to get. But as people wey don experience Nigerian system when it comes to politics, politics for Nigeria today of this generation, e be like a rugged. E just be like say na when area boy wan collect money for your hand because if you grab it for
And you feel say Obi no get that ruggedity to do Amabi.
no. I'm not saying that he might not be a dangerous person. White people can be deadly. You understand? It does not mean that he no fit. But say for Lagos, where most of us grow,
Mm-hmm.
if you see area boy now, with the panic, nobody no go fit beat the area boy. But if the fear say if he holds on for body or if he get boys we go ready for, understand? Nobody say no go fit beat that 1-on-1. So if they ask for you, say go the fear, say this one, you saw in boys black, say I need smoke pass. So the point I'm making is that it might not be the type, where they feed the exchange, talks, the yarn, the lesson, the rugged. But the thing is, today they no person will day like this guy, and it is very very tough. Just like as Mr. Show read the issue, people will day radical sometimes in politics. It's very hard. Even Trump for America here, fit say in the quiet, but in the very radical too. Do you understand? There's a way where person go sabi talk. You don't say no say go dey violent, but you go dey talk. Waiting people 1 year. But now the ginger many of your followers. Hey, this one, just like waiting that Edo governor talk now. We supposed to see Obi talk to fire back. You understand? Not be say we all keep quiet. Say person will be say will be just governor of his state. They put threats on the presidential candidate like Obi will get too much followers everywhere. You understand? So the point I'm making is that Obi should just declare where he want dey. Make no say na ADC or na LP or na PDP. Make we know where he want dey now. Even 2 months, e dey 2 months sef. Make we know because him wey don play politics longer. He know these people. Obi know these people. Sure, nobody wey dey politics for Nigeria today wey Obi no dey used to. Either na from APGA or na from Labour Party or for PDP wey don dey before. He has worked with these guys now. He been with Goodluck before. So no be say no know the game. He has been there for long. So I don't know the interest wey in the try, wey in the try one protect too. But I believe say Obi can match anybody there because he knows how rugged most of them they. He know them. He know the bad guys and the good people among the the politicians. So to me, making no trust Tamboa because that's what Tamboa do wicked. I still they fear that thing. See today, I still they see that win step down for Atiku. Make them not push that guy and put inside God. I will be saying go finish in career. Tamboa cannot be trusted unless they want go for VP. I don't know how they take to that. Erufai, Tamboa, and Atiku. These are the most deadly people why they fear for that north. Because when they come to anything they do together, like I told you, their religion and their regardless of how it they for this north, they always they layers together when it comes to something way concern their interest. Now South will be say on my own running, on your own. So I believe say if Obi go just stay for LP, making let us know if one day for you want to go back to PDP, which I know go even want to make it go PDP. Even this LP now is getting dangerous because as of the news where we've been watched 2 days ago, when go meet Abure go meet Wiki. That one said, I know Obi go there fire. Look, I don't know when go stand though. The way things they go. When they want corner this guy somehow, so this would have been a better place. Now they say nothing to get down. Now Wiki still put leg inside PDP. LP Abure no Greek or not. So we don't know where in there now. So I mean, I don't know, but it's better the guy adopt a new party or whichever wing go let us know. So that's a position on that one.
Thank you.
Then the one that River State matter. My own be say then try do bumper to bumper with this sole administrator waiting for that River State. Any budget, any money when they spend, maybe put the right hand down. Anything we can and these guys they don't do, just like what they do to Dasoki. Make them pull everything out. They go suffer for those money they don't no money they go steal where they go wrong for that Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Robinson. I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Well done. Hello, good evening, and welcome. T.Y. Danjuma, I've seen you in the backyard, though. Stay there, I'm coming. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
I muted the mic.
Okay, all right. Good evening. Welcome.
Yes. Good evening.
Yes, please.
Precious, you have stayed. It's 12 o'clock already.
Hey, I didn't even know. Wow. Oh, yeah, hurry up. Let me go on.
Let me be fast.
Okay, go ahead.
My major problem that I'm having presently is in regards to a lot of the obedience.
Okay.
They just have to be patient with Peter Obi because Peter Obi is aware of everything that is happening around.
And me too, I don't think as the rush himself, Sha, because I think he's being very calculative.
Even Baba Dati is aware of a lot of things that are happening, especially in the Northwest. He knows everything, and every statement in which he's making, or wherever in which you find him, is part of the calculation for the betterment of Nigeria. And 75% of the elders or people in the Northwest are in support of power going to the South for 4 years. Even in the Northeast, in our own group and in our own forum, it's now almost 40-60% of this ideology presently.
Which is supposed to be Atiku's main constituency area because in the Northeast.
Even in our own WhatsApp group now, we are doing Obi's adverts, campaigning, and people are giving thumbs up and a lot of things. People are becoming more conscientized about the person of Obi. The middle belt, that one we already know that this time around it will be more than even the last election. The whole thing is that obedience should know how, whenever they talk, they should not just say, the middle belt does not belong to the North, does not belong to the South anymore, because they know how far they are bleeding in this country called Nigeria. And the Northwest, in which they understand the middle belt so much, they not calm down from a lot of some of all these things that are happening. If the middle belt will move, there is no way the North become North again, in which they are always saying it's not, but we are not Northerners.
So you feel saying that the middle belt be part of the areas where you say North they use boost, say they get plenty number?
Seriously. I know the far North they used to give birth to a lot, especially in the Northwest. But no matter how, the middle belt contributes a lot because almost 10 of the states, if you start cutting some part of the state like Southern Kaduna, Southern Adamawa, and all those places, even a lot of persons in Taraba, although Taraba people, majority of them, they like referring to themselves as Northeast. But a lot of them, almost 40%, see themselves as middle belters. So no matter how, we should try and be patient with what is happening, especially at the background. Then the issue of Tambuwa and Kwankwaso, we already know that Tambuwa have more footing in terms of, like, when we want to talk about the place in which Tambuwa hailed from.
Okay, Sokoto State.
Sokoto.
Because of the caliphates.
Thank you. Tambuwa is more of a Fulani compared to Kwankwaso, who is what, a Hausa man, even though his father was given the title of the Tashin Fulani.
You know say that Kwankwaso even say there is also a controversy surrounding that Kwankwaso being an Hausa man. You know, say they be talk something about his grandfather being an Igbo man will migrate to the north and all that. You know, say that matter been don't come out sometime.
His own father is the sacking Fulani.
I just to tell you, say that controversy been don't come about in family background before. But just go ahead there.
Well, the whole thing is that is even making Tambua to be a little bit more comfortable now is because of the person of Erufai. Erufai, very calculative person. Forget that sitting quiet, he knows how to eat the largest bone at the end of the day. So the whole Game of Thrones now, majority of the Game of Thrones that even the Northeast, even in our discussion and everything as we are in the Northeast, is everybody is just waiting for the, let me say, the body movement of the team, or should I say the major game players that always give all these people power, that even made the person of Buhari.
Who be that?
So everybody is just watching.
Who be the game players we give them?
There are a lot of game players now. The Sultan of Sokoto is there. But before the Sultan of Sokoto would take such a big decision, definitely he has to call in the Shehu of Bruno. They have to just oversee what
you know what to make I ask you, if they talk about all of those ones, remember the way they don't scatter the Emirates Council for inside Kano State now will be also major key players. You see the way they neither here nor there.
But even the Emirate Council, let me say the Emirate Council now. Me and you, we know very well that within the Emirate Council, we know those in which they feel that, okay, some people that are already trying to change the ideology of the Northwest are supporting Sanusi, and some people that want it to still be conservative are supporting Beirut. So it's still just there within that their own understanding and the way in which they want to do their thing. But everybody is careful of not to tamper with that particular issue. No politician wants to be involved in that issue presently, because they know that if you're involved and at the end of the day the whole thing tilts the other way,
they will bounce back.
To see you as another person. So everybody is careful. Thank you. Nobody wants to even tamper with it, not even the governor. He's now trying to as much as balance himself so that he will not be too much involved in it. So that controversy, everybody is even trying to overlook it to move on. The whole thing is that I'm seeing Kamboa becoming one of the major person in the Northwest. They may be seconded by the people like Erufai and some of all these other small other persons. But the whole thing is that we, the obedient, have to make sure that we understand that we should not be mentioning about Southern again, because obedient is not about Southerners alone. The Middle Belters are there. A lot of persons already in the Northeast are there. There are a lot of persons in the Northwest, especially the most educated people from the most educated families in the Northwest. A lot.
I personally know a lot of Northerners that I know. Some of them living abroad and put up with P2B. I know personally. Oh, Buhari's children also support to be.
Himself is an obedient. Before he is dying, that's why he was making a lot of policies, trying to make sure that APC did not come into power, but at the end of the day, things do not favor him. Buhari made a lot of policies that people do not really understand at the tail end of everything. Even the
but people still they claim saying I follow help rig the election now.
Yes, at the end of the day,
he didn't have a choice.
He's somebody that moves with the majority, what majority of the people around him are saying, just like person like David Mark. Person like David Mark now, it depends on the majority perception. I go make a way him go say, okay, he support Atiku, you feel calm down, or Atiku, calm down. So David Mark is always like that, and he's watching how everything is going. It depends on what he now discovered that, okay, majority of the people in ADC, they are saying. But we already know that the core founding fathers or the foremost people that are there in the ADC presently now, majority of them, they are in support of Atiku. And Obi knows all these things, but Obi doesn't want to be seen as somebody in which at the end of the day, they'll say when they were calling for coalition, you'd not. So this is what is even now appealing to a lot of people in the North. That this man is patient, he's listening, truly he's supposed to be Southampton. They're discussing a lot of all these things at the background. And it's really helping Obi because he has that virtue. So the obedient, especially we, the obedient people, we should also understand that the South down people have a lot of people that can also decide vote. We should not be mentioning about North. And when we talk about the North, we should not be including a lot of these majority states within the Middle Belt. Because we are even people that we should say, okay, we are like the people that in which try as much as possible to balance everything to become fairness. So even if some of all these obedient are doing content, they should realize that the Southern people are also powerful. They can decide election and not make it a kind of northern affair to decide the fate of Nigeria. No, Nigeria does not belong to the North. We, the Middle Belters, we belong to the North. So Nigeria is for everybody, and the obedient both in the one in the Northwest and some of them in the Northeast. We are all Nigeria, and we should try as much as possible to speak with one voice like Nigerians. Yes, we have a lot of obedience in the North. If you do not travel to the North, you will not know. And if you do not travel to a lot of all these big families, you will not know the majority of all the big families in the North, the educated ones especially, they are all obedient. Majority.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, T.Y. Danjuma, come and do valediction so that we'll go. Thank you so much. People have kept me 3 hours plus. Hey, and I go soon put me on salary. I go get a double presenter, person will go the co-present with me, so that I no go kill me before my time. Hello, good evening and welcome. T.Y. Danjuma, where are you now? T.Y. Danjuma, oh, kill on you now. Can you hear me? Okay, unfortunately, I can't see you. You can try to rejoin the house. We try to see you, we don't see your face. Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody we don't join. Thank you for this conversation. Look, we'll continue to the talk. Look, we'll see as things go. You span out at the end of the day, and we hope say anyhow way things turn out, make it be say turn out for the good of majority of Nigerians. When I say majority, the people of Nigeria, over 80% of them, because we self we don't tire. Things really be bad. As I said earlier, I really do not care. I mean, I don't know. I know I don't talk this one before. I don't really care who will be say enter power and where you from come. But waiting, I just want to make this country good so that we go enjoy them at the end of the day. And I don't know what TY don't join me. TY don't join me. Are you there? Oh dear, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know why I can't get you. All right. Hello. Good evening. All right. Okay, so let me just call it a day. I'd like to say a big thank you. Can I let's see if I can get someone else into the house. Hello, good evening. The flagship, are you there? Hello. Okay, so the network just decided to go gaga. Hello.
Oh, Precious, you didn't hear me?
Yes, I did hear you now. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Sorry.
Nice, don't come so that I.
Okay. Well, no problem. I'm not going to take too much time. Precious, here's what I want to say. With reference to these events when they go on, so I will just speak. I will speak on these. I will speak on this Monday thing. I did hear echo for your side of Precious.
I'm fine. No, it's not my end. I can't. There's no echo from my end.
Okay. Well, I will go on. So the point with this Monday statement no surprise me. All right. This kind of things when they hear the result now, waiting would they get when you allow incompetent people to take office. People won't get low understanding. And sorry if I sound a little bit condescending to my little brothers and sisters, but you get this kind of result when you get low IQ people when they sit down for office, they rule. And we expect that somehow magically they will make sense out of everything when they go on. So we are beginning to see gradually that our government know what to do when it comes to security and protection, saving the lives of the people and their property, but they just don't want to do it. You remember Sani Abacha and I talked one thing many years ago, say if insurgency take place for your country and it passed 24 hours, say your government, they are aware of them. So either they are aware of them, they be part of them, or maybe not them, they do them themselves. Nigeria don't turn many years, but our government seem to fold hands and not to do anything about them. So when you hear Monday and then the governor of Benue State make statement say, I cannot guarantee or I will not guarantee your
Guarantee
security.
his safety.
It means they know what to do to protecting the lives of the people. They know what buttons to push to stop any form of insurgency when they go on within their states or their communities. But they just don't want to do it. So wouldn't this mean it could it possibly mean that they weaponize insecurity against their own people, that they just not they lift their finger when things they go wrong? And then make we go down to the chairman of APC for Edo State
Oh wow.
and the statements when the man make. It's toxic. It's very serious too at the same time. Although I know say that mouth that they make, oh, they're not going to do anything, oh, because Peter Obi, as it stands now that, make I use this expression, but in a good way. Now that mole when it day your face, when you not go fit remove. When we say if you remove him, you can bleed to death. There is nothing they can do to him. I know that one for sure. But my concern now the evil rhetorics when they go on. These people they fail to know say other people they listen, other governors they listen, other people when you sit down for one place of authority or the other they listen. When we say they fit use them against those at the grassroots level. Now my biggest concern with that, and that the chief of Pata for APC for Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, they hear these things and they make comment concerns me. Number two, law enforcement, the IG of police hear this kind of statements, and they never make any statement. It surprises me. And now I dey see a better reason of waiting Abure they do. The kind of hate when these people get for this man, for only God knows what reason. So here's what I have to say to those in Edo State, the governor, the APC chairman. If not be how Nigeria be, the headquarters of Obedient, now Benin City now e dey o. At this point, Obi for
People
don't
they even talk. People they talk say the real obedient movement even start for Benin City.
now
Sef.
Benin City ring road there now for start. If not be how Nigeria be, they supposed to build heavy structure there, put name on top, Obedient headquarters. But just because the man in front of the movement, now person when he did all truest and a Nigerian, better than every one of them when they inside seat of leadership now, they see one place as Nigerian. He sees everybody as one. And that's the agenda that he's trying to carry out. With reference to the coalition, believe it or not, the coalition is Obi. If you take Obi out of it, it goes nowhere. And I personally, now these are my opinion, not anybody's. You don't have to agree with me. But I say this to say that if Obi not be a part of this coalition, it will not survive. Not with Atiku, not with money. Well, I think we don't pass that stage now when we say that money now they govern or make decisions for the people. At least they don't see the shege and pepper for their eyes to say these old eggs, when they carry bring them back and recycle them every election cycle has not done us any good in any way. So it will be woe on Nigerians, or make I use a Bible term, woe betide Nigerians if they choose to go after the money bags who really doesn't have any good thought for them. So I say to say, I join my voice with your last speaker that Obi na person when he know what they go on. They's ignorant of every tactic when they play. Make we give him time. Let this initial gra when they do of pre-2027 election they go on. He understands what's going on. He knows what to do. We know he knows what to do. And he will make the right call at the right time. So give him time. He's leading. We are behind. We are supporting him as Nigerians, not as members of a movement only. And when the time comes, we'll make the right move and put the right person in office to chart Nigeria out of this course when we did so. Finally, like I said the last time I spoke on your show last week, Friday, we need to, as Nigerians, begin to sit down with these people and talk about how to get us out of this demons with 10 horns when it torment Nigerians. Insecurity until we talk about them and how we go end them. We're not supposed to talk about 2027 as of today. So let's continue to band together as a people and they see what in these big wags they do outside. And on our own, they use our common sense to make the right decision of how we go act when it's time for election come 2027. Thank you, Precious.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Flagship. I appreciate you a great deal. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, make I wrap up the show tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody. We don't join hand and body together for the show. I appreciate it on a big deal. It is past midnight here and I must retire. Thank you. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. I think there were some videos I did earlier today. Some replay. You can just go look at them at the video session. I love you guys and I appreciate you a whole lot. And I know I love and I plenty of it. But whatever you do, don't forget to protect your mental health because that's very important. See you tomorrow evening. God willing. Good night.